And we today are starting day one of our JavaScript challenge, and we will be talking about your opportunity to become a developer in 2021. Welcome. So good to have you here as always, right? This is Naz, and I'm actually here with Jessy and the whole CP team. So if you're ready, let us know in the comments below. Good to see you all. All right, let's get this party started. Let me go ahead and get this over to you. I'm missing 1 second. Good. All right, let's go, my friends. By the way, just letting you guys know, look at this. This is our whole challenger group. Guys, everybody say hi. Everybody say hi. Wave your hands. There we go. You guys are on YouTube right now, so beautiful. Look at all these amazing people. We have over 160 people right now on Zoom, all waiting to learn to do some coding. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right. By the way, Jessy, I'll let you introduce yourself. So, because Jessy's in the house as well, just say hi to everybody.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jessy. I'm from Amsterdam, and I'm one of the main instructors of Clever Programmer. And today, we're going to be kicking off the 5-day coding challenge.
There we go. All right. So,
I hope you guys are excited.
Day one, your opportunity to become a developer in 2021. All right. Let's talk about what exactly. Are you ready? I know you are. Okay. So you know the drill at this point, time to focus. Go ahead and turn off your phones, throw them outside the window if you have to. But, we're not live with those phones like always. Maybe go ahead, just mute them, maybe put them in the trash can, whatever you got to do. That's up to you, okay? Not up to us. Okay, next up. So stick till the end, really important. Who wants to talk? We're going to give you guys away a free portfolio to put all of your projects you build over the next 5 days, okay? So we're building an amazing project that you guys probably haven't seen before, and we haven't done this before ever on our YouTube channel. So this is the first time we're doing this, and you guys are getting your exclusive look and sneak peek at it, and you'll be the first ones to build it. Are you excited for that? You guys will be the first ones to build it. First ones, okay? So stick around, so we'll give you the portfolio so you can put it. Here's how the portfolio looks like. It looks really good. It's actually built with JavaScript and React.js, and so you'll be able to use that when you go ahead and go to employers. All right, so of course, share us, tag us. We will love to see you guys on Instagram if you are making the projects. Again, we love to see every single person. We love to see what you guys are doing. We love to see, what you guys are sharing, what you guys are learning. It means so much to me, so much to us. So please go ahead and tag us. We got Clever Kazi, we got Naz. This is me right here, and this is Jessy. Jessy, There we go.
That's my last name, my family name. Okay?
I know. I just think it's cool. All right, let's continue on. These are your amazing coaches. This is the whole team. So please, everybody, give them a round of applause for the amazing team at Clever Programmer. Without them, none of this would happen, okay? All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, they are very important here, and they do so much here. And, of course, we got here Lam, Luke, Tanner, and so forth. All right. So meet your instructors, guys, for today. We got Naz Dumansky.
Which is you.
Which is me. And Naz Dumansky, he's just a normal guy. He likes to throw computers into the air. That's what I like to do. That's my job. Okay. And then, of course, I break them sometimes. Sometimes I break them. So this is the face of a guy who breaks computers, I'm just kidding. I didn't break this computer, but it was really close to breaking it.
But you fix them too. You fix them too.
I can fix them too.
You're pretty good at it.
Anyways, on a serious note, I actually did have the chance. I've been coding for the past 10 years, and I've been in the business actually, working for people for the past probably 5 years or so. And I've got the chance to interview at companies like Google, like Squarespace, Khan Academy, Twitter, Palantir, and more. I've got the chance to pull in companies like Palantir, and Google actually flew me out fully to California. It was really cool. It was a really cool trip. They paid for the whole thing. That was the best part about it. And plus I got to learn a lot from them. That's what happens when companies like that fly you out to Cali. Cool stuff happens. All right. And this is Jessy, and I'll let Jessy talk about herself.
This is me, one also of the head instructors of our Fullstack Mastery Bootcamp, okay, our 8-month online program. I studied law. I did not study anything technical. And a few years ago, I started to switch my career to software development.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
I love code. Who doesn't? I love code. Okay, coffee, food, and anime. Okay.
Yeah.
So for those watch anime, hit me up. Okay. Other than that, I'm Dutch. I was born and raised in Amsterdam, and yeah, that's it. That's
Yep.
pretty much it.
Yes, yes, yes. And she's a cool beast. That's what she is. Okay. There we go.
Okay, cool thing.
Let's take a look at what you're going to be building, guys. Are you guys ready to see what you're going to be building? Have you guys seen what you'll be building? Oh, let's take a look at it. Amazon Clone 2.0. You guys, some of you have built the Amazon 1.0. This is Amazon 2.0. Check this one out. Oh, it's so good.
Oh shit.
Oh. So good, so good. This is what you'll be building. We've built this already for you. But the coolest part about this is, and this is the actual product page. The coolest part about this, by the way, these are all inspired by Dribble creators. If maybe a month you can help me out and actually include those Dribble creators in the chat / in the description, that would be amazing. These are amazing Dribble creators. If you just go to dribble.com, you'll see what their names are. Please let me know so I can put them up there, because this is, a lot of these designs that we've done, we look at designs and that inspires us to kind of build projects kind of like these, put the designs into real world projects. And that's what's kind of happening here. So if we can give it some credit, that would be amazing. Please, I'm going to go ahead and check them out. That would be great. Okay. So what is this guy actually going to be built with? Do we talk about it here? No, we don't. But this is actually built with really simple JavaScript. Check this out. It's actually built with JavaScript. It's going to be used using Tailwind CSS. Anybody knows Tailwind CSS? Who knows what Tailwind CSS is? Anybody know what that is? Anybody? Raise your hand if you do. If you don't, that's fine. But Tailwind CSS, it's a new CSS framework that's up and coming. That's I don't want to say it wants to beat Bootstrap, but it wants to become the new mainstream CSS framework. So we're going to teach you how to use that, okay? And Amanat, please mute whoever is
Hi,
unmuted
Frankie. I'm gonna mute you.
Yes. So Tailwind CSS, and then of course we're going to use Firebase as well. So who knows what Firebase is? Let me know in the comments. Who knows what Firebase is? Anybody? What is Firebase? Put in the comments, guys. Put in the comments. Firebase is used for database. And so all of these products that you have on here are going to be used to, to store in the Firebase database, and then we will show them up in here. Comprende? Yes? Good? Nice. Okay, good. Next up. Finally, you will be able to put all of this on your portfolio, which you'll get today actually. Okay? Your portfolio will look like this. Any project that you have already done, you can put on your portfolio. And of course, this can be used for your LinkedIn. It can be used for when you go to employers. And that's it. Okay. So the question is very simple. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready? Yes or no? Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
So who's ready to put their all in? Comment below. A minute.
Let's go.
2 minutes. That's something. Jesse, are you ready? Because I'm not ready. My throat is also hurting.
Yeah, I'm ready. But everybody's saying yes, yeah, screaming in the chat basically, but not speaking. Okay.
Yes. Let's welcome your fellow boot campers, everybody here. All right. So this is all the people who have joined this challenge / boot camp. Look at this. Oh, many people. Mark, Siam, Martin, Christian, D'Amelio, Emerson, Alex, Robin. Oh, so many people. I love it. And there's even more, of course, guys. There's even more. Let's get started. We know. So day 1, like I said, the structure is your opportunity to become a developer. Okay. Day 2, build the Amazon Clone 2.0. Okay. Day 3, build the Amazon Clone 2.0 part 2. Day 4 is going to be 2.0 part 3. And day 5, your ultimate developer roadmap to become a full-stack developer. By the way, just a heads up, if you're on YouTube and you want to join this challenge and you want to be part of the Zoom community that we have right now, which is a pretty amazing Zoom community. You can see all the students, all the people are here. If you don't get the chance to be part of that, there's a link down below to go ahead and join that challenge. So let's make sure that we have that link down below, okay? Thank you. All right, let's go and continue on. Today's agenda, you're able to become a developer, unraveling the myths behind becoming a developer, how to get started with code, on how to build and host your own portfolio online. Okay. All right. So really quickly as well, very important, guys. Has never been done before, or it hasn't been done, in a long time. Let me ask you this. Who is sick of just online stuff? Who is sick of these online things, not seeing people, not going anywhere? Who's sick of that? I know COVID happened. Who is sick of that? Raise your hand.
Me.
Who is sick of that? I know.
A lot of people.
I know. Me too. So what we are doing this is our first JavaScript conference, JavaScript Tour 2021. That's right. This is our first conference, but we will bring all that we know in terms of how we bring to the challenges, but now into our in-person event. It's a first in-person event happening in Los Angeles, California, from August 6th to August 8th. Every single day between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? We have already the venue booked near LAX airport, right? It's all set up. We're going to have guest speakers. For example, we're going to have the CEO of Hacker Noon coming in and become a guest speaker. We'll have a few other guest speakers come in and talk about so many topics. Guys, you will get to learn things like, besides just learning, now, what's the most important thing about these conferences is, one, what is it? Well, part of it is networking. That's right. Oh, let me see. Networking. You will be part of an amazing community, right? You will learn some up-and-coming technologies like, for example, TypeScript. Ooh, it's all disappearing. It's okay. Ooh. Like, for example, TypeScript, right? Like, for example, Tailwind CSS, right? Like, for example, React.js. We'll have amazing workshops with React.js, with Tailwind CSS, TypeScript. We will have amazing workshops and guest speakers coming in and talk about their opportunity. We'll have mastermind workshops. For example, where you guys get the chance to work on your mindset, right? Mastermind workshops. We will have workshops around money. So as a developer, how do you actually make money, and then how do you reinvest that money, right? So investing money. And so much more. But the most important is that this just covers like the nothing of it, okay? Jessy, what's some of the most important things that we'll learn from this?
I think the most important thing is to see that once you learn code, all of the beautiful things that are possible for you. All the beautiful technologies, the Tailwind, the TypeScript, those are all frameworks, but we're also going to be talking about, what's artificial intelligence, what's, other technologies, hardware, basically getting you guys introduced to the world of technology. And especially this is so important when you want to make a career switch into software development, let's say.
That's right.
Because I often see people very focused only on programming, learning the language itself, but actually not knowing what you can really, really do with it. How cool would it be if you started programming, for example, and suddenly you realize, wow, I could make a virtual reality game. I could do game development. I could, invent the next Alexa, stuff like that, and that's really important with these kind of conferences, to get open-minded, to broaden your horizon, basically, and meet like-minded people, of course.
Most important thing, guys, is going to be your connections that you meet on here, okay? There will be over 100 people at the event. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is be there. Because the thing is, the connections you make are the most important things you do in life. For example, for me, right, the way I became who I am is because of the connections that I have. All of my jobs that I had as a developer were because of the connections that I have, right? Even being here, Clever Programmer, to teach you right now, right? To have all these courses, to have the boot camps, it was all because of the connections that I had, okay? Connections are the key, and this might be the missing link in your career, a up-and-coming career as a developer. You guys might be struggling. You guys are figuring out, hey, how do I just keep going? How do I just keep doing this? Well, what's missing link here is you just don't know do not know anybody. Let me ask you this. Who does not know anybody right now around development or coding? So many people. Look at this. But yet you want to go into that field. How does that work out, right? You want to go into that field, but yet at the same time, you don't know anybody in that field. Raise your hand if you agree with me that if you want to go somewhere, you have to find people who are already there and learn from them. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? 100%. That's right. So let me ask you this. Anybody here interested in coming to the JavaScript tour? Maybe you're in Los Angeles. Maybe you're in a different state. Raise your hand if you're interested in coming to the tour. Raise your hand. Nice. A lot of people. Great, great, great. So we only have a few tickets left. Okay? We'll go ahead and give you the tickets right now. Only 20 tickets left, okay? So go ahead. The link is down below. Amanat, what is the price right now? What is the price of those tickets? I think it's like $97 right now. $97, guys, for 3-day in-person event of value packed, of guest speakers, of amazing knowledge. The whole team of Collaborative Program will be there. Jessy even might be there too. So maybe we'll see. Okay. I will be there. Kazi will be there. If you guys are interested, let me know. By the way, in the chat, please let me know who's interested in the chat. I'm really curious. Who's interested in the chat? If you are interested in joining the JavaScript tour, nice. Yes, beautiful. Okay, all good. So guys, link is going to be down below. Amanat, can we put the link down below, or is Amanat not here?
Amanat is not here right now, but I will ask him about it.
Is the question. Where did Amanat go? So I'll put the link right now. Hold on.
It's in he sent some link in the Slack for us.
Okay, give me 1 second. Buy tickets for the JavaScript tour. Let's get Amanat on this call, by the way. I don't know why he's not here. But right here. Okay. I put the link, guys, right now in the Slack, in the Zoom chat, right? Click the link right now, and it will take you to this page. It looks kind of like this. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you right now. It should take you to this page right here. JavaScript Tour Zoom right here. Just right here. Reserve your spots. Right here. Tickets for sale, $97 right now. We've literally gone on, guys. Tickets have been sold out. We've had our super early bird at $47 already. It's been sold out already. And then we have late registration at $147. So get your tickets $197 before it goes up to $147. Okay. Honestly, guys, this is an immense amount of value for what you're gonna pay for. August 6th through August 8th at Embassy Suites Hotel, LAX South. So click on the reserve your spot and so forth. So if you will do that, if you reserve your spot, let us know in the chat, okay? If you have reserved your spot. Other than that, that's it, guys. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. By the way, I think we should have the tickets also on YouTube too, by the way. Can you please let David know to have the tickets linked on YouTube as well? Thank you. All right.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's go and continue on. So a few things I want to talk about. So 3 things important to you than money. Let me ask this question. I want to put in the chat. What are the 3 things more important to you than money? What are the 3 things? Tell me. Time, food, family, family. Nice. Creating, religion. Okay. Fun, good health, peace, God. Okay. Family, chilling. Nice. A lot of family I see. I agree with that. Okay, let's not. There's some weird ones too. Right? Doing what you love. That's a big one. I agree with that one, right? So, for me, for example, Jessy, what is the 3 things that are more important to you than money? Let me ask you that, Jessy.
Make an impact on the world.
Okay.
Doing what I love and be creative.
So impact.
Yes.
Impact, right? Do what you love. What you love, right? Being creative. For me, for example, for me, it's doing what you love is a big one for sure. It's actually then family, friends, relationships. Honestly, I think if that's the only thing I have in life, that's all I need, honestly. Doing what I love and the family, friends, relationship. That's all I need, honestly. So then I'm covered, life is complete, I can die. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to die. But
Don't say that, dude.
I'm kidding, of course. So what can making money as a developer help you achieve in your life? Let me ask you that question now. Put that in the chat now. Okay. Let me see. What can making money as a developer, Jessy? What can making money as a developer help you achieve in your life? Let me ask you that.
Well, for me, when switching careers, one thing, and this is also one of the most important values in my life, I guess, is freedom.
Freedom.
So,
that's right.
So money is equal to freedom, but also I like doing the remote working style as a developer, being able to work from home or from any place that I want, to work with who I want. Yeah.
That'll be
basically
cool.
flexibility.
That would be cool to work from anywhere in the world. That to me is the best. If you had the chance to work from anywhere in the world, who would love that? Yeah, I know. That would be amazing.
Guys, because I live in Amsterdam, but I work with the guys who are based in LA.
That's
So
right.
look at how that goes.
So you see how that works? That right there breaks the barrier of thinking, hey, you know what? But I'm in this country and I don't have any jobs in this country. That right away just breaks the barrier fully, okay? In that there's jobs everywhere now, and because of the internet, you can technically be at that place as well. So it breaks that barrier for you so easily, okay, guys? Nice. Okay. Financial freedom, support your family, right? Having more time to spend with your loved ones. These are such important things. Now let's figure out your income goals, okay? How much income do you want to make per month as a developer? Okay, let me ask you that question. Some say a lot. 10K per month, guys. Let's be realistic, guys. Don't tell me $100,000 per month, okay? That's not realistic, okay?
Adrian, are we reaching for the stars?
So let me say as much as Jeff Bezos, okay? So, Jessy, what's a good income per month when developers start out? Tell me.
I think it depends a little bit where you live, for example. So I know that Californian software developers might earn more than on the East Coast. But European software developers earn even more than American ones. Sometimes,
Wait, what?
not
Really?
always. Though.
Really? You guys, what?
Depends where you work.
That's
where
not
you work.
fair. That's not cool.
Depends.
I'm
But it's
kidding.
funny, when you work as a European for an American company in Europe, then that's when you earn more somehow.
I see. Interesting.
Anyways,
Interesting.
so it depends where you live, first of all, guys. Second is, what's a good start? Well, if you're being hired as an intern, that's of course very different from if you're being hired as a full stack junior developer, of course.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
So I think you know more about what the salaries would be.
Give me a number, Jessica. Just give me a number.
I think $50K it would be a good start.
Okay.
$50 to $70K annual income.
Annual
So
income.
that would
Per month, that would be around probably 3,000 to 4,000 a month. Okay.
Yeah.
3,000
Yeah.
a month. Okay. Thank God. Finally. Per month. Okay. So 4,000 per month. Okay, is a good average income you might start out with. As you become more of a senior developer, you're looking to increase that. 5K, 6K, 7K. $10,000 to $15,000. There's developers making $300,000 per year. Yeah, that's an income that's possible. Do you want to freelance or full time? That's a good question. There's freelance, okay, and there's full time. What's your decision? Let me ask you that. Freelance or full time? Freelance, or maybe even both. Maybe you want to do both. Like Jessy, what would you like both? What would you like most?
Both, but I like freelance a little bit more.
Okay, so you like both, but you like freelance. Why is that?
So this is the thing. I always say, a coin always has two sides, right? If you're a freelancer, that's great. You got all the flexibility. You can do whatever you want, basically. But it also sometimes means you have to work 24/7 and also acquire clients yourself. However, when you're working full time in an office, the clients come to you. Well, if your company is doing good, right? And then you're working there. Plus, you have a team, you have a support, you have teammates you can learn from. When you're freelancing, you're often by yourself, unless you create your own team.
That's right.
But when you start out as a freelancer, that's often not the case. Okay, so it depends a little bit. I like to combine it. Freelance for me would be more like a hobby that just pays me, doing something for fun and then get paid for it. But so there's just depends on what your lifestyle is and what you like.
That's right. A lot of people are saying full time. I'm looking at the chat right now. A lot of people are saying full time. A lot of people saying, okay, a lot of people. By the way, tutorial. If you guys are looking at tutorial is gonna begin tomorrow, guys. Today is the opportunity to become a developer. Okay, guys. All right. Let's see. A lot of saying both freelance, both. Yeah, of course. There's ups and downs with either. So with freelance, it's awesome because that's freedom. I see this as more of a freedom role where you can work from anywhere you want. You decide when you want to go out. You decide when you want to stop work. But the issue with that is you're pretty much working every single day. Like, it's not easy to get clients. It's not easy to actually, be someone who's credited. That takes time. Like, to be somebody who on Upwork makes a lot of money, that takes time. So I want you guys to be realistic with this at the same time, okay? Don't think that you can be on the beach coding and making a shit ton of money, and that's it. It doesn't work that way. It's fucking hard, okay? And I'm looking at that file. I'm using that file language because for a purpose. Because I want to say that this is actually really hard, okay? Full time also really hard, but with full time, the cool thing is you can get a job as a developer and even as a junior developer, and you can be learning amongst a lot of people. You see, that's the thing. With freelance, you're pretty much on your own. That's the only issue that I have with that. So your opportunity to become a developer in 2021. Okay, what do we know What do we know, Jesse? Okay, well, we know a few things. We know the fact that a web developer position are growing like crazy, right? Since 2014, I mean, if you look at this, the tech industry has always been booming and is still booming to this day. And it's not going to stop. We know that for sure, okay? Web developers, computer jobs, all jobs in general. Look at this. All jobs are booming at 7%. Computer jobs are booming at 12%. Web developer jobs are booming at 27%. And what are you guys learning here? JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Tailwind CSS. It is, what is it, Jesse? It is...
Web development. Exactly. Okay? Now look at this. 1 million more jobs than students by 2020. What does this mean? Whoa.
There's a lot more. So think about the list. It's like, this is what this means. There's demand. Hold on. The demand is high.
Yeah.
Demand is high. The supply is low. Supply is low. Okay?
Yeah.
Supply of developers. So anybody know her economics? Anybody know economics? Anybody? Who knows economics? What happens if the supply is low but demand is high? What happens? Who knows? Put in the chat. What happens then? Price goes up. That's right. This means this together means price. And when I say price, I mean your income goes up dramatically. That's what happens. When the supply is low, demand is high, the price goes up like crazy. That's right. So we look at it as, well, this means that there is a 500 billion opportunity, 1.4 million computing jobs, and only 400,000 computer science students. So that is not a lot. Comparably, that means your income will just keep going up and up and up. Comprende?
Plus,
Okay.
you don't need to study computer. You don't need to be a computer science student in order to become a developer.
That's right. That's right. Nowadays, you don't need. Nowadays, you can go into a bootcamp and be a developer. Nowadays, you can study on your own and be a developer. Either one works. Okay? Here's some software engineering salaries, guys, that work here. We have software engineering salaries in the U.S. And again, I'm just saying U.S. just for the purpose of, because we're in U.S. but this is since January 2021. We've got iOS developers making over $122,000. This is average, by the way. This is just average.
Whoa.
Yeah. Android, $121,000. Look at this. JavaScript developers, third one right there, $112,000. And again, this is average. I know people who are making more than this. I know people who are making $200,000. But I also know people who are making $60,000 and $50,000, right? So there's two sides to the coin. The better you get as developer, then what happens? The better you get as developer, the more knowledge you know, the more experience you have, what happens to your income?
Boom.
Boom, it goes up, of course, right? So, but it's up to you to make it happen. It's not up to anybody else besides who? You. Okay? You. I know somebody said PHP is still there. I know it's right. PHP
Oh
is
my
still
God,
there.
no.
PHP, honestly, PHP is still not bad. I still did coding with PHP with Laravel. It's still a pretty good framework.
Every time I mention PHP, though, you crack up.
I know, because I don't like it. But it's there. Okay, it's there. And it works. Okay, next up. Remote work during COVID-19. Look at this. 62% of U.S. employees are working from home due to COVID-19. 62%, guys. 62%. Wait, do you hear anything, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Hold on.
Somebody's airco or something.
I got this.
Okay. No, everybody's muted.
All right. I'm back. Okay. Now it's better? Yeah, it's better now.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So 62%, Facebook, Apple, all these companies say, you know what? No need for an office. Who loves working remotely? Anybody?
Adrian says, I love it. Working in pajamas is awesome.
I know. I do too. I'm working remotely right now. I mean, technically we're in an office here, but I'm working from my home right now. That's right. So why JavaScript is a good question. Why JavaScript? Anybody here knows why JavaScript? Who knows why JavaScript? Well, I have a very simple answer for it. Because I love it. And because I think you should love it too. It's as simple as that. Okay? It's as simple as that. So
But why do you love it, Naz?
I don't know. It's just so good. You know, it's like
But what makes it so good then? Because you cannot just love something because it's...
Sure you can. Why not? It's just so good. Who says?
I love it too, but...
Yeah, I just like it. I like it. But yeah. So why do you love it, Jesse? Here's a good question. Why do you like it, Jesse?
So what I like about JavaScript is that syntax is, compared to other programming languages like C or Java, it's pretty... what's the English word? It's like a language, like a natural language, normal language, okay? That said, at the same time, you know, what I noticed with Python, for example, if you do things in Python, you don't really know what's happening under the hood.
Mm-hmm.
But with JavaScript, you are able to find that out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think working with JavaScript therefore gives you so much more control. And of course, I love working with React.
Mm-hmm.
And React is working with the components and how the components render out. That's also actually how my brain works, how to design an app. So that's why I love working with JavaScript, because it allows me to use React, actually.
Yeah, I like it because it's visual. That's it. That's why I like it. I like it because it's visual. That's why I like it.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So most used programmers, this out. So most used programming language among developers worldwide, JavaScript right there. Boom. Okay. The next thing we have HTML, CSS. I would not consider this a programming language, but I guess it still is. So there you go. HTML, CSS. We have SQL, Python, Java, C#, and so forth. All right. Now, the reason why this is becoming so popular is because actually JavaScript is starting to get used to for a lot. Because it's not only used for web development, it's also used for the following. It's also used for things like mobile development, right? Mm-hmm. So iOS, Android, right? So iOS, and also Android, okay? And that is very popular. If you can build using JavaScript for iOS and Android, you're solid, my friends. You're solid. Next thing we have, this is a Stack Overflow survey, which is the biggest survey in the world around developers. And look at this right there. It just shows you right there. JavaScript, HTML, CSS, the top languages right there. Easy. Web frameworks, React.js. So we focus a lot on React.js as well. That's the biggest framework that we like to focus on because it's also one of the most biggest ones that people use right now. Okay. So here's a good question. What can you do with JavaScript? Answer that in the comment below. What can you do with JavaScript? Roman says everything.
Take over the world.
Take over the world.
Games. That's a very good one, Monique.
That's right. Games. That's right. That's right. That's right. Fly to the moon. Well, I mean, you can try that too. Blockchain.
Blockchain, yes. Blockchain is built on Node.js, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Interactive. Yeah.
Animation, websites.
So here's some tech companies using this. LinkedIn. We have Facebook. I mean, pretty much anything that you see on the web is just using JavaScript. eBay, Tesla, Groupon, Netflix, Google, Uber, PayPal, Airbnb. Those are all companies who are using, JavaScript. Okay. Next one. Let's see. Okay. Web apps. For example, like web apps like Facebook, iOS and Android. So actually, I have a Tesla app right here. And this Tesla app is actually built with React Native. It's on your iPhone, but it's built with React Native, which I think is so cool, right? Then we have server apps, which are Netflix apps. So for example, who knows what a server app is? Anyone know what a server app is? What's a server app compared to like, for example, iOS and Android app? A server app, what is it? What is the server app, Jesse? Oh, never mind. So a server app, and
Sorry, I was checking the chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, good, oh, good. So a server app, for example, if you were to use Node.js, okay? Let me go ahead and make sure this Node.js, okay? So this is a framework with JavaScript, and so this is all the behind the scenes stuff that's going on, behind Netflix. So we have the front end of Netflix, which I believe is actually built with React.js. The front end of Netflix, right, is actually built with React.js. But the back end of Netflix is built with Node.js. This is where all the database is stored, right? This is where all the logic, when you log in, log out, that is where all of that is happening, right? Basically, server app is basically the front end is talking to the server app, and the server app then is talking to the front end all the time, right? And that is, of course, built with JavaScript. The myths of becoming a developer, right? Do I need to have a degree to get a job as a developer? What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Excuse me?
What do you guys think? No.
No.
That's right. No. No.
Hell no. Why are you playing cricket?
I don't know, because it's a no. So, no, you do not need to have a degree to get a job. Most of my friends who are developers do not have any degrees. They got the job because they're just good. If you're good at what you do, that's all that matters. That's right. Honestly, that's it. Okay? So this is what we talked about. If, for example, we have Google, right? So Google, for example, do I need a computer science degree to have a Google software engineer? No, a CS degree is not required for most of our software engineer or product manager roles. It says it right there. That's from Google, okay? This is from Reddit. It says, I'm self-taught, no degree whatsoever. I didn't have a problem landing a job at Microsoft regardless. With a few years of mostly C++ experience under my belt. Wouldn't even say it was hard. And no one at work had asked me if I have a degree ever since that first interview. Now, that's nothing, technically speaking, but for what it's worth, I've had recruiters from Google, Facebook, Amazon try to lure me over as well. So like I said, it's possible. So this is what we say to certifications. We don't like these. Okay? Let me ask you this. Did anybody come here for a certification? Did you guys come here for a certificate? I hope not, because you're not getting one.
I hate them.
That's right. You're not getting a certificate, okay? Nobody needs a certificate, okay? Nobody needs a certificate here. That's right. I came for the challenge. You came here for what? Why did you come here? Give me a reason. Why did you come here, guys? Why?
To expand my brain,
That's
to learn
right.
something,
To
gain knowledge, to have friends, to build projects. That's amazing,
right.
guys.
That's right.
Learn.
That's right.
Yes.
Right. Your powerful thing, guys. You have.
Get Jesse's autograph.
Maybe you should come to the in-person event to do that. So, to gain knowledge, guys, this is why you're here. For knowledge. It is the most important thing. This knowledge is, we like to call it very simple. Knowledge is power.
No, Naz, it's not.
Yes, it is. Knowledge?
No, it's not.
Okay, what is it, Jesse? I'm sorry. Okay, what is it, Jesse, then?
Applied knowledge is
Oh,
power.
dang. Let's go, Jessy. Okay, Jessy's hitting it. Okay, let's go.
Applied knowledge is
All
power,
right.
because this is the thing, guys. Often we learn in school, or maybe your parents used to say this: knowledge is power. Okay, so you start reading a lot of books, you start watching a lot of documentaries or anything. However, if you only read the books, but you don't apply the theory or the knowledge of that book on your own projects or on your life, guess what? Nothing changes.
Doesn't
Nothing
matter.
happens.
Doesn't
So
matter.
that's not the real power. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power.
Who here,
Okay.
let me ask this. Who here has learned something new, okay, and have wanted to get into something? Maybe you've wanted to get into coding, but you've never actually done it. You've read the books, you've started maybe watching a video, but you never actually did it. A lot. I know. A lot of people. That's right. Why? Because you can learn all you want. But unless you actually apply it to the real world, it does not matter. Whatever you learn here in this, let me tell you this. The unfortunate truth is the following. 50% of you here in this challenge are going to watch it, and then that's the only thing you're going to do. 50% of you are going to do that. And that's a very unfortunate truth. But that's just real world. The other 50% are actually going to apply what they've learned. They're going to take the knowledge they have here. They're going to do something about it. Or they're going to take it to the next level. Maybe they'll use what they learned here, and maybe the next thing you know, maybe they'll get some more training, and then they keep going at it. They keep doing the same thing. They keep learning more things. Other people will just be like, oh, great, I did this. That's it. That's all I need. So let me ask you this. Are you the other 50%? Are you the 50% that's going to be just using this and that's it and you're done? Or are you the 50% that's, you know what? No, I'm going to take what I learned from here and then I'm going to take it to the next step. Which one are you? Which one are you? Let me ask you that.
I'm going to take it and build on it. Awesome, Jason.
That's right. I'm really serious about this because I talk to a lot of students. And the unfortunate truth is they say, oh, Naz, I'm not ready for this right now. I'm not ready for, maybe a coding course or even a boot camp. Or I'm not ready to learn anything that's outside my league. Well,
basically what you're saying, if you're saying that,
you
know what that means?
That's like you're not serious about what you're trying to do.
It also means you're not ready to change your life. Even though you should be changing it maybe at that point. Because otherwise, why would you be here wanting to learn something?
That's right. Somebody said, not ready is delaying forever. Have you ever thought to yourself, hey, you know what? Oh, yeah, I'll do this later. Oh, yeah, I'll do this later. I'll do it later. And then that later just never becomes the truth, never becomes forever. Raise your hand if you've done that. I've done it too. Yeah, I've done it. Everybody's done it. Yeah, guilty as charged. Me too.
The thing is, though, guys, you know what procrastination actually is? Procrastination is not about you not being ready, you not being motivated enough, you not having the money, or you not having the will or the power or the sleep or the energy or whatsoever. That's not what procrastination is. Procrastination is actually a coping mechanism that comes in when we're dealing with stress. Guess what? Changing your life, yes, can be fucking stressful. Guess what? It's also worth it. So once I noticed for myself, for example, that I used to procrastinate on stuff, I knew like, okay, I should not procrastinate on it. I have to step into the fear and do it immediately. And this is the moment, right? Like, who's that guy? Marcus Aurelius says it, right? Fear is often about 99 scenarios you have in your head, but none of them is actually true. Right? So once you realize that, and once you practice that, guys, and once you be comfortable with being uncomfortable and going into that step, going into that fear, that's when you will change your life. But you gotta go move forward, okay?
Somebody said it's a daunting talk to get your shit together, basically. That's it. That's
But
what
it's
that
worth
is.
it.
That's it. So that's what I like to say. You know, for me, a lot of times, and it's sometimes, yes, it is hard. Sometimes, yes, it is can be difficult and it's scary. But what isn't scary? What isn't scary? Anything that it's new is going to be fearful, is going to be scary, is going to be something on the unknown. We as human beings, we are driven by a few things, right? Here are the few things we are driven by. We are driven by what? We are driven by when we have safety, right? We are driven by when we have not direction, but we are driven by not competence. What is it now? When we're consistency. We like consistency, don't we? We like consistency, right? But we are also driven by differentiation. We're driven by new things, growth. And your brain, by default, is there for this. Your brain, by default, is to keep you safe and to keep you doing consistent things. That's what your brain is there for. Anything outside that creates fear is the reason why. It's because your brain is telling you, no, it is not safe. It is something new. It is not consistent. We haven't done this before. So no, let's go ahead and scream and let's be scared. That's what happens. That's just the truth. But the truth is, this is what's stopping a lot of us. This is what stopped me. I'm guessing it was maybe stopped Jessy at some point too. Maybe not. I don't know, Jessy. But it has stopped me at some points as well. Okay? I'm not perfect. Okay? But
I mean, of course, everybody has been there, because that's the thing, guys. When you do something that changes your life or that is a little bit scary, maybe it's even not changing your life, but just a little bit, what Naz says, right? The little voice comes in and that little voice tells you, no, actually, don't become a software developer because you're earning more money now at the job that you're at now.
mm-hmm.
Even though you don't like it, you're earning more money. And if you become a software developer again, you have to start from scratch. You have to invest a lot of energy in it, a lot of money. Yeah, no, you should just stay where you are.
Yeah.
But there's this other voice in your head, and that goes off like, but I'm not happy at my current job.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could be happier. I love code. I actually love creating things.
Yeah.
I don't see why I cannot do this. And then the fight starts.
That's right.
And that's you struggling and getting over that wall to get outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Some of the scariest things for me were, for example, quitting my job. Some of the scariest thing for me was talking in front of a lot of people. And the scariest thing for me, heck, even asking your girl on a date for me was scary, right? But it had to be done, But it had to be done, right? But through all that, that's where the result comes around, right? That's where the result comes around. When you, for example, anything new, when you go into college, or maybe when you go learning a new piece of technology, maybe you're learning how to ride a bicycle, it's going to be scary. And there's a reason for it, okay? But that is okay. And I want all of you to understand that. What I like to do is, instead of being scared, you know what? That's fearful. In my mind, I'm like, you know what? No. I'm going to go into it. If it's fear that I fear, I actually do the opposite. I pair it up. I make the assumption the following. If it's fearful, I do it. And so if you just keep doing it, fear equals do. I mean, don't do anything crazy stupid, okay? Don't just go jumping, or something. Just let's also be normal
I'm
people
not
here.
going to go skydiving, okay? I just don't.
Oh, Jessy, when you come here, you're gonna go skydiving with us, 100%. By the way.
Shit,
So
I should have said that.
okay, but fear equals do. I start to pair that in my life with fear equals do. My parents, for example, at 35 years old, they completely changed their life. They stopped everything they had in Ukraine and they came to America. Imagine restarting your life from zero. They came to America with $500, guys, in cash. That's it. That's all they had. They sold everything they had in Ukraine. And they came here. How's that? Right? And they literally came here to a country where they did not know the language. They did not know anything. My dad was working 18 hours a day cleaning cars at a car wash. My mom was cleaning houses. That's the only job they could get at that point. But because of them, it is the reason why I am here. The reason why I now have a sister. Right? It is the reason why now I can teach you. It is the reason why, I've been able to learn so much and become a developer and become a great developer, hardworking person, because I've realized that the hard work and fear is just part of the game. And now to me, because of the example that my parents have set for me, I have nothing else but to thank them for what they've done, because it is not easy to be 35 years old and to hit a restart on your life in a new country that you can't even speak. That's right. Some of you said, Salma, that's right. My parents came here to give us a better life. There's a reason why they do that, to give us a better life. So for a lot of you here, you guys might be here because you want to give your kids or your future a better life. Raise your hand if that's you. Am I right? Isn't that a good intention? So let's make it happen. Let's just fucking do it. Because somebody has to go through it. Somebody has to go through the troubles and the tribulations. And let that be us, and that's fine. All right, guys? Are you with me here? Are you with me? Are you with me? Beautiful. I love it. Let's go. All right.
Awesome.
That just got deep. Let's go.
Yeah, but I mean, it's how we set the tone also for this challenge, guys. Like, are you fucking in or what? Because actually this challenge, of course, it's about coding. Of course, it's also about fun. But it's also about how are you going to take the next step in your life? How are you going to make code, work for you? How are you, I studied law. I changed careers. And, it just seemed like a career switch. But it was not just about that. It was about, I want to live my life on my terms. I want to create the life that I want to live. Okay? And so that's also why you guys should be in this challenge and feel that, embrace that power that you have and work for it to gain it, basically.
That's right.
Okay, so that's why this is so important to talk about and to overcome the fears that come in, the little voices, to get out of your comfort zone. And I'm not going to talk about this much more, but I have one question for you all. What's the real price if you're not going to go into coding? What's the real price? Now, a lot of people only think about the money that they're missing out on, or, because they're changing job from a higher salary, not wanting, becoming a software intern. But it's about what's the real price. And often that's happiness, that's health, that's creativity, that's freedom, which is just as valuable as money to some point, or even more. Okay, so let's continue.
I love it.
That's it.
And somebody said, Joseph King said, can I learn coding while studying medical school? 100%. Yes, you can. 100%.
Hell yeah. That's a really good combo.
I have a student right now who is actually working right now as a doctor. No, she's, I forgot. Doctor? No, not doctor. But in the medical field anyways. And she's also in our bootcamp. And she has the coaching call. Like, it's no joke. She opens up the coaching call in Zoom on her phone, right? She puts in AirPods into her, puts in AirPods, and then she just works, and she listens, like, because that's her job, right? But she's doing it, and she's killing it, right? So there you go. Awesome, sweet. So this is what, for example, this is what Elon Musk even said, for example, right? So you can't succeed in life without a degree. That's why you need schooling if you want to go to Harvard. Elon Musk says, that's not true. Don't confuse schooling with education. I didn't go to Harvard, but the people that work for me did, right? So like I said, it doesn't really matter, right? Same thing, Elon Musk, do you still stand firmly on requiring college degrees? Are not requiring college degrees? He's like, yes. Right there, right? So Just like a few examples. So don't have a degree, guys. That's not the most important thing, right? If you do not have a degree. Salary outlook, we're looking, it just keeps going up and up and up, and it will keep going up because there's a lot more demand than the supply, okay? And here's the breakdown again. This is for the entry-level software engineers. For example, SpaceX, Tesla, Cruise. These are some example companies. There's a ton of companies out there. You can go and check it out. SpaceX, for example, average salary is around $170,000. Tesla, $157K. Cruise, software engineer, $216,000. So yeah, if you're really good, if you're competent in what you do, yes, these numbers are not crazy, honestly. Like, they're not crazy when you are competent at what you do. So here's an example. Kazi himself. Who knows Kazi? Raise your hands. Who knows Kazi here? You guys know Kazi, right? And you guys know Kazi.
Kazi.
That's right. He himself has dropped out of college. He himself did not go to college. And he just instead decided to learn by himself, do freelancing, and then build a business like Clever Programmer here, right? And teach everybody else. So that's just one example. Another example, look at this. Who's this? Anybody know this girl? I don't know this girl. Who knows this girl? Anybody? Hope you guys do. But this is Jessy.
This is me. Studied law in Amsterdam, okay. Actually, I studied law because I didn't know what I wanted to become.
Oh, there you go.
So, working a few years as a tax law consultant, okay. And then I realized at my first job, they asked me to survey a tax newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I had to program that newsletter in the HTML and CSS.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
Boom.
right. That's
where I fell in love with code, realizing I love that part of my job, but I hated the fucking rest.
Loves code. There you go. That's all she needed. She just loves to code. And now she's a geeky and a nerdy coder. There you go. And that is okay.
I was always a nerdy. I was born to be a coder.
That is okay.
So yeah. So after that, going to meetups, learning code on my own. Never, but having a hard time finding communities in that time. Most of it was online. So of course, free code camp or code academy or tutorials, but that didn't get me any further. Long story short, I just tried some things out and I landed an internship and I did it on my own, So yeah, basically I think that also makes me a strong teacher. Actually, because I learned it from scratch. I learned it the hard way, the soft way, the medium way, whatever way. You guys, wherever you failed, I failed too, and I got back up.
That's
okay,
right.
so I think that makes me a good teacher in the sense of I know what it takes to learn code from scratch and how you can learn it better and faster and make it work for you.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
But the most important part, guys, and all of this is mindset. Being a good developer is about being a good communicator and having the right mindset.
Right.
Okay.
So
let's keep on.
I have another example here. Robert, he is a friend of mine. Great guy. Look at that. Look at how good he looks. So, Robert, right, has a degree. He's a good friend of mine, and I actually work with him on Trandala. It's a startup company that he did with one of my another friend, Steve. I use them as an old example. They were amazing mentors of mine. He was a mentor of mine. So was Steve. I love both of them, and I still keep in touch with them to this day. We both were doing this startup company at Trendal. We were all doing this. And, he didn't have a degree. He just kind of started this, right? And now he works at Quicken Loans, which is one of the biggest company. And look at this. He's a team lead. He's a team lead, guys. Like, he's a leader. He's a senior developer who's a leader in his whole team at Quicken Loans. And he is leading people who are, a lot older than him and who even have degrees, who have master's degrees. Doesn't matter. He is just hard worker and he just loves what he does. That's it. Period. Okay? So the career ladder kind of looks like this. You start with a junior developer in your position. You start off with this. It might actually, before this, you might actually start with an internship at first.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the first thing you start with. So an internship might start out. Then you go into a senior developer position. Then you go into a lead developer position, a technical architect potentially, a team lead, think about this, right? He now is a team lead. He is here now. already.
Wow.
And he's my age. He's my age, guys.
Whoa.
He's 25. 25 years old. That's right. And he's tall as heck, by the way. Anyways. Right? And he's going to be on the verge to becoming a CTO at some point as well. So also the JavaScript tour, you guys, we talked about this already. Link, I think I told you about the link already at this point. If you guys are still interested in doing the JavaScript tour, to meeting a lot of amazing people, networking and connecting together, let me put the link again.
Yeah, the link is also below in the YouTube, at the YouTube description. Okay, if you guys have YouTube open, it's also there.
Awesome. Oh, that's right. You're never too old, guys. That is correct. Okay, I just put the link, guys. I just put the link if you guys are interested in joining the JavaScript tour. If you did the JavaScript tour, if you just joined the JavaScript tour, please let me know in the chat. DM me. That would be amazing. DM me here in the Zoom chat. I would love to see who did it, and so I can actually call you and actually talk to you. That would be amazing. Also, one last thing, guys, I want to talk about is actually something called the graduation call. So we have a graduation call basically where we will be talking about your next roadmap towards becoming a developer. We'll be talking about, how you did at the bootcamp or at this challenge, okay? We'll be talking about how you can improve and maybe, what are some troubles or tribulations you had and how you can work on those. So for everybody here, you guys, every single person here gets a graduation call with one of our team members. It's a one-on-one call between me, between Jessy. For example, you might get Jessy, you guys might get me. You might get, for example, Luke is another great guy. He might actually be here in the call as well. You might, for example, get Frankie as well. Frankie, right? So let me go ahead and make this right. So I call this the graduation call, okay? 5-day challenge, the graduation call. Very important, guys, okay? Very importante, okay? Basically, your roadmap. Come on, Naz. 5-day challenge. Do you have the link for that, by the way?
Which link? For graduation call?
Yes.
Let me check.
Okay. Let's go. This is going to be your roadmap for becoming a developer. We'll talk about how you did during the challenge, how you did during the challenge. And we're doing this for only 3 days, August 2nd through August 4th, okay? How you did during the challenge, how you can improve and reach your goals. Okay? This is only for people, by the way, who've joined the actual challenge. If you're on YouTube, unfortunately, we can't do that. But if you have joined the challenge, okay, click the link below and we'll help you join the challenge, okay? But if you're on YouTube, unfortunately, you just can't do that. So how you can improve and reach your goals, that's going to be the whole goal of this graduation call. And of course, we'll congratulate you on actually, fully graduating from this challenge, okay? So link in chat, guys, okay? So right now, everybody, I want
Here it is.
Okay. So everybody right now, very important, guys. I want you to go ahead right now. Click on that link. I'm going to give you literally 5 minutes, okay, of your time. Click on that link and schedule a call. Schedule a call for a specific time, okay? Schedule a call right now. There's about 168 of you right now. Let's make sure we schedule that call, okay? Do that right now. Graduation call. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. And once you're done, please let me know. DM me done, and then that lets me know that you're done. Okay, guys? Can you guys do that for me? Can you do that? Again, this will be between me. You'll have on the call, you might have Jessy, you might have Naz, you might have Luke, you might have Frankie, and then we might have even Patch in here as well. So you might get one of these amazing one of these amazing 5 people who are actually on our team and who care about our students and who talk to our students every single day. So they're amazing people. Schedule a call with them. You're gonna love them. Trust me. Okay. So I'm giving you guys literally like a few minutes, guys. Let me know once you're done. Let me know once you're done. That's right. Let me know once you're done. Okay, guys. I'm literally giving you guys like time to actually do this. Everybody schedule the call right now. I'm gonna put the link again. It's a graduation call. Yeah, just right here. You see, graduation call. Yep, that's right. Right there. That's it. Okay. All right, let's go and continue on.
Yeah, maybe it's time for some music, Naz, while everybody's register for a call.
Yeah. We're waiting on you to set up the call. We're waiting on you to make it happen. Let's go. Hey. Alright, I see you guys doing it. Good. Oh, I see a lot of events happening.
Hey.
Good. Nice. You're done. Let me know when you're done, guys. I'm giving you guys literally like 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes to do this, okay? Very
Awesome.
important.
Darius, Lamont, John, Anita.
Where do we get this music? We get this music from Epidemic Sound, guys, by the way. Yeah. Good. Nice job. Let me know once all of you guys are done. Nice. I see a lot of calls scheduled with me. I see who's scheduled with me. Desir. We have O'Donnell, Shail, Revant, Marlon, Michelle. Nice, guys. Good. Keep going. You guys have time. Literally 5 minutes, guys. Just 5 minutes, okay? So how long the meeting? That meeting is going to be for about 30 minutes, guys. It's going to be about a 30 to 45 minute session. This whole session meeting right now that we're doing, the JavaScript becoming opportunity, your opportunity to become a developer, this is going to be probably about an hour to 2 hours. So we'll probably go for another, 30 minutes, or to an hour. That's right. Perfect. That's right. So Luke is one of our members of the CP team. That's right. He's an amazing guy, and he's actually works a lot with mindset. So he will train you on your mindset and what is the right mindset to have. That's right. Same thing with Frankie, also amazing guy. We call him the meditation master. All right, let me know when you guys are done, okay? Yeah. I see Samir, Christopher, I see you. Hama, good. I see you. You schedule this call with me. Good. Nice, good. Amazing. Nice job. Nice, good. See a lot of calls booked for August 2nd through August 4th. See a lot of calls booked with me. Nice. Just letting you go, there's also limited spots to how many calls you guys can book, okay? Just letting you guys know that too. There's also a limit to how many spots you can book as well. Because of course, there's only like 4 people, and there's a limit to how much we can also take on as well. Christopher says, locked and low, that's right. Actually, Christopher, you're with me. Beautiful. Nice. Alright, you guys are scheduling your call right now. Nice. Alright, you guys have 1 more minute, okay? 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Uno more minuto. Nice, Fernando. Good job, Fernando. 1 more minute, guys. 1 minuto más. That's right. Ina. E. If you want to schedule a call with Jessy, just DM her personally. Or let us know that you want to call with Jessy. Maybe we'll schedule with Jessy.
We'll set it up, Nina.
Alright guys, 30 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good. You guys got the link? Everybody got their call set up? Very important, guys. This is your graduation call, so I want everybody to be on there, okay? We want to talk to every single one of you. I think this will be amazing just to see and then, what you guys did and how you guys did it and what's been going on. Okay, let's go ahead and get it started. All right. Ooh, let's go. So we talked about this. So what's the first step you should take towards becoming a developer, guys? Right? Really good question. Well, what do I need to do to pass the interview? How do I get noticed? And how many interviews do I need to do? Right? So let's do it. Before all this, the most important thing you guys need to do is what? Very simple. It is to learn to code, okay? You need to gain that knowledge first before anything else, honestly. Like we said, knowledge always comes first. Knowledge is going to be your key. Knowledge is your key, guys, okay? Knowledge is your key, all right? All right, go ahead. I see Daniel. Okay, just message me, okay? Let's go and continue on. Question: how to learn to code? That's a good question. How do you learn to code? Well, first things first is we need to simplify the journey because the journey is honestly not that hard, guys. Okay? Let me ask you this. How are you learning to code right now? Okay? What are the ways that you're learning to code? Put them down in the chat. I'm very curious. What are the ways that you are learning to code? Somebody say Udemy. Somebody said how else? Somebody said by doing practice. That's right. PWJ, YouTube, FSM. Nice. Fullstack Mastery, by projects, YouTube, coding apps, documentation courses, Codecademy, Udemy, repetition. That's right. So what I want you guys to do is very simple. Number one, let's set a long-term goal, okay? Which is this one. The long-term goal is become a full-stack developer in 1 to 5 years, okay? That's our long-term goal. Raise your hand if you want to become a full-stack developer here. Raise your hand. Anybody? Yes, good. I got you. I see you guys. I see everybody. Yes, that's right. All right. Now, the short-term goal is what a lot of people don't tell you. This is the unfortunate truth that a lot of people don't tell you. You think that you need to build crazy products. Here's what you think. You think that in order to get to this, you need to do the following. You need to build crazy projects. You need to, by the way, Jessica, you're there?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I am here.
Okay, good. Build crazy projects. You're building crazy projects. You need to, for example, learn a bunch of technologies. Like, you need to learn so many technologies, right? You need to learn all these technologies, right? You need to, maybe, let me see. You need to learn Node.js, and you need to know React.js, and you need to know all these different, like frameworks and Angular.js, and let me cut all that bullshit out from you. Okay, let me just say this. Very simple, just cross this out. I know, it's crazy. I just crossed it out for you. Because this is the reason why you're not an actual developer. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You think that you just need to keep doing more YouTube. You think that you just need to keep doing more Udemy courses. You think that you just need to keep doing more and more of the stuff that does not fucking work.
Oh, are we stuck where I think we're stuck at?
If you're doing the same thing of the thing that doesn't work, then you're just doing the same thing that doesn't work. It doesn't change.
Yes, Deborah said it. Tutorial hell.
That's right. You, my friends, are in tutorial hell, but it's not just that. You're in the hell in general. Okay? That's right. Because you yourself, if I just give you a very simple problem right now, and I said to you, hey, you know what? Create for me a function that will merge two arrays together. Could you do that right now? Or, hey, can you, for example, build a binary search tree? Or can you, for example, just even build a project from scratch. Can you do that right now? Like build a car for yourself by now. Some of you have that knowledge, and maybe yes, you can because you've done that before. But some of you're like, oh, hell no, I know what you're talking about. That's right. Reason being is because what you guys don't have, unfortunately, is the following. It's this, the fundamentals. It's like, for example, if I told you to build a house, what is the first thing that you build when you build a house? What is it? It's what? It's the foundation. Right?
Yes.
It's the foundation of the house. If you've got no foundation, then what happens?
Your house will collapse.
Bye-bye. Your house will collapse. Right? So I take this very seriously. I take this problem only very, very seriously, right? And some of you, for example, and here's what you're told maybe. Hey, you know what? You need to learn HTML, you need to learn CSS, and this is so important, and all this stuff, and yeah, HTML, CSS, yeah, that will make you a developer. Yeah, this is what's important right here. Learn this. Spend 2 months learning this. Okay? Hell no. As well. Also cross this shit out. You don't need none of that, okay? Let me tell you that. I don't know what kind of voice that was, but that was really interesting. That was the first time I did that before.
Naz, you okay?
Sometimes, I don't know. Maybe it's a movie that I heard or something, right? But you don't need that, guys. This, my friends, is not a programming language. It is not. I can teach you HTML, CSS in literally 2 days. I can teach you guys a whole HTML, CSS, and I'm not kidding, in probably 3 days of you actually being a challenge. And if I focus only on HTML, CSS, that's what you will learn. Your best way to learn HTML, CSS is just for practice. And nobody, have you ever seen on the actual, for example, on not an interview, but for one, have you ever seen anybody ask you in an interview about HTML, CSS? Maybe there's like 1 or 2 people.
Nope.
No. Hell no. No. Have you ever heard anybody tell you, hey, you know what? You need to learn HTML, CSS, and yeah, you're going to be asked about HTML, CSS as a requirement for a job. A job requirement. Yeah. Yeah. It's so important. Yeah. That's right. Learn that right now. No, never. I never had that. Maybe some of you have done it. Maybe you've seen it, right? I don't want to say never, ever. That doesn't make sense. Right? Never, that doesn't happen, right? But they don't focus on that. What they are asking you is, hey, how can you actually problem solve? And problem solving comes from what?
Solving problems.
That's right. That's right. All this stuff is unnecessary. Boom. It's very simple. How can you problem solve? It is very simple. And problem solving comes with knowing these fundamentals. Comes from experience. It comes from you practicing nonstop. That's where that comes from. Okay, guys? So I want you guys to be very serious about this. You guys have taken courses of HTML, of CSS, and I know a lot of you are there. And let me tell you, you don't need that. Let me save you your time and your money. Okay? So what you need to know, actually, the fundamentals first, right? Because if I ask you interview questions like around foundations, around algorithms, around data structures, it comes from you know how to problem solve. It comes from you knowing the fundamentals of actually coding. That's it. Right? So here's what I want you guys to do, okay? Number 1, take out a piece of paper and a pen right now. Every single person right now. Okay? Take out a piece of paper and a pen right now. I want you to write down the following. I want you to write down one. Let me say this right now. 1, write down, I need to learn the fundamentals. Learn fundamentals. right? 2, I need to create projects of my own. What does that mean? You don't look at anybody else. You don't look at YouTube. You don't look at Udemy. No, you create projects on your own. On your own. You figure out a good project you want to do. You figure out an idea and then you just do it. Okay? It's sometimes things are as simple as just you just doing it. That's it. You can't escape it. That's an unfortunate truth. What type of projects to start out with? What depends on what technology you know. If you know JavaScript and you know HTML and CSS, build a website. Build a website, for example, for maybe a company that you love. Build a website for maybe a specific restaurant. That's right. Right. Anything. That's right. So figure out a good project. There's actually some amazing projects you guys can take a look at. I want you guys to take a look at a company called Front End Mentor. Okay? Everybody right now, I want you guys to check out a company called Front End Mentor. These guys will show you projects to do. Okay? Go to their website. That's right. Go to their website. Go to google.com. Type in Front End Mentor. And then you'll see all the projects that you can build. They literally have the designs for you. All you have to do is just build them. And you build them and you have fun with it. That's it, guys. Simple as that, okay? And of course, you make a plan. So your plan should be the following. 1, learn the fundamentals of JavaScript. So learn all the fundamentals around algorithms, data structures, right? For example, like things like, what are some fundamentals they need to know, Jesse? Who do you know?
In order to start well with Front-End Mentor?
No, fundamentals in general. They need to know things like stacks, right?
Oh,
That's
you
right.
mean data structures.
That's right. Stacks, QUE.
Binary search trees, linked list, of course, queues, tries, and maybe hash table or graphs, but that's very advanced.
Yeah, I would say arrays, just objects in general.
Yeah.
I know for some of you it's like, oh,
Classes.
This stuff is not fun. This stuff we don't actually need. We're never gonna use this in actual, in real life. You're right, you're not. Like this kind of stuff you're not actually going to use unless you're doing really complicated stuff. But what this stuff builds, and this is actually crazy enough, I realized this when I became a teacher. I realized that the reason why I became such a good developer is because I know this stuff. All this stuff. That's the reason. And initially I was like, oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. Screw that. Nobody needs to learn this. I'm never going to use this in real world. And you're right, you're not. But this builds neurons. This kind of stuff makes you a good problem solver.
Yes.
Because you're always thinking. You're always thinking, okay, how can I do this? How can I do that? How can I do this? How can I use all these little tools that I have in my own tool belt to solve a problem? And these are just simply the tools. These are just the tools. So I want you to be very careful that the reason why you learn this kind of stuff, not because you're going to use it, but it's because it's going to make you a better problem solver. That's it. Honestly, that is it. That's the reason why we're so focused on that. So another really cool thing that we like to use is something called Notion. Notion is a great company that we like to use as well for scheduling things or for creating tasks lists. So go and check them out. Okay. So 7 important habits for you to get there. I talk about this really simple. It is really easy. Not easy, but here's what I say. Fun. I prioritize this a lot. Don't put if you're tired, at night, and you feel like you don't want to code, and maybe you just feel like you'll despise it later on. Then just don't code. Just don't worry about it. Instead, figure out what's fun for you. Like let me ask you this. Like in what way can you work that's fun? Put in the chat. I know my ways that I like to work. That's fun. Like, in what ways is your fun for you? What's so fun, Jesse?
I know those ways, yeah.
You know those ways. So, for example, somebody said music.
Playing music,
Dancing,
that's right. While coding. I like to draw things out, improve ideas, think of new features, use Pinterest or Dribble. Yeah.
Well, somebody said watch Twitch. Somebody said by making money. Somebody said cook, watch Twitch.
Anime, yeah, for sure, of course. That's fun.
Yeah. So, for example, for me, and again, you will learn this as you get better, okay? For me, for example, the way I like to work in a fun way is I actually like to go to coffee shops. I don't drink coffee, but I go to coffee shops. So, for example, what's really cool for me is I like the environment. I like to set myself a really good environment, right? So, just going to coffee shops in general, well, there's a lot of people doing other stuff. They're all maybe working, by themselves. They got this coffee. It's like this whole process. You go to a coffee shop, you get a coffee, maybe you get a chai latte. I like chai latte. That's what I like because I don't drink coffee. So I get a chai. I know. I get a chai latte. Maybe I give myself like a little cookie, just to, make myself feel good. Sometimes I give myself a small sandwich they got there, so good. And I just take that and I sit down, I open up my laptop, I put on my headphones and I just work. I just have fun. Honestly, and I enjoy that. Like, I enjoy the crap out of that. And that to me is fun. So yes, I would say prioritize fun because fun is what allows you to keep doing what you're doing. Fun. Okay? So fun allows you to keep doing. Of course, then we talk about hard work. That's really important as well. Patience. These are some key terms that I'm sure all of you guys know this, is you just need to put this into actual perspective and actually use it. Team cooperation, communication, learning, take initiative. Very important, I think, on here is take initiative. Whenever you get the chance to actually work at a company, I want you to remember this word, take initiative. I want you to write this on your piece of paper right now. Take initiative.
Take initiative.
All right.
Okay.
Take initiative.
This is very, 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 I would say, extremely important as a developer. Also, as in becoming a problem solver. Now, I talk to a lot of students and I see students behave a certain way often, right? When they start out and they want to become a problem solver, they want to solve that problem. However, they ask me, how do I solve this? What's wrong here? But that's the only thing they do. They only ask me one question. Instead of, going to Google it, search some more, ask the right questions, write the right questions down, get some clarity if they got some answers, show the steps they've done to solve the problem, and then come back to me and say like, hey, I have this problem. This is the goal of my code. But I have this problem and I tried this, and this, and this to solve it. What direction should I go in? A or B?
Mm-hmm.
That's sometimes what I see a lot of students lacking in. They're not taking that initiative. Mm-hmm. They think just asking the question, hey, my code doesn't work. Can you help me out? They think that's initiative. But that's not initiative. Real initiative is going out there, trying to get what you want. Listen, you don't have to know the answer. But initiative is about making that effort to find out the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have, if you were a senior, would you rather have a junior that just asks you, hey, my code doesn't work, can you help me? Or would you rather have a junior asking you, hey, this is the goal of my code, it doesn't work, I tried this, and that, can you help me out with this and that and that?
A lot better.
Right.
Better. That's right.
So that's what taking initiative is about, guys.
That's what that means. That's right. Okay, sweet. So next up, how to learn to code. There's there's a few different mentalities I like to talk about. There's the one mentality, which is if you ever approach a problem, which you guys will, like it or not, you can either be mad at your computer and just kill it and, throw it outside the window, and say, why can I not solve this, and be mad at yourself and be mad at the code. And honestly, I've done this before, so so I can't blame you if you're in this too. but the versus is you're always thinking about how can I solve this, right? In your mind, the question should be, I prioritize a lot, and I've been told this actually a lot, where it's like I'm always in the mindset of, okay, there's a problem, how can I solve it? How? I never limit myself thinking that I can't solve something. If, for example, maybe you're in a bad situation right now, maybe you're not making money, maybe you don't have a job, right? Maybe you're tired and you just don't know what to do. But can you get yourself out of that? Let me ask you this question. If you're in a certain position right now where you have a problem, has there anyone, ask yourself this, has there anyone else that's been in the same position and they've solved that problem? Has anyone else done it? Maybe you don't know them, but has anyone else have done it? Yes? Am I right? Yes, of course. Yes. So if they did it, could you do it too? If they were the example, could you do it too? We have, for example, Deborah says, yes, I had no job and I got a job. Not the job I want to, but I'm working, Deborah. That's right. See? So you can always get yourself in a situation. And no, sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes maybe you are just not capable or not able to get yourself out of the situation because maybe there's certain things limiting you. Maybe physically you're limited in a certain way. But I'm still sure I want you to keep thinking about how can I solve this. I never want you to keep in the mindset of like, I've given up and I can't do it anymore. That's not a good mindset to have. Okay? All right, next up. So, full stack developer roadmap. Okay, we know this at this point. It involves a few things. Front end, back end, database, DevOps, mobile app. The one thing I want you guys to focus on are these three. Database, front end, back end, okay? That's what makes a good developer from full stack developer, okay? So let's just go ahead and make that a focus. All right, next up, again, these technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, that's going to be your front end technologies like React.js together with Firebase, okay? Right here. You guys can write this kind of stuff down. Okay, who knows this kind of stuff? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
I always think this gives you so much fun because it really explains actually these languages,
Okay.
or these frameworks.
I'm going to be this guy, okay? I'm going to be the JavaScript, so I got you.
You're definitely that guy, but then like 2 times faster, like forward. Hey.
I don't know how he does it. He just like goes nuts. He just like, yeah, left, right, yeah. I can't even do that.
He does a little bit of cramping and then a little bit of boogie, yeah. He got the moves.
Can I learn from him? I like this person. Anyways, so of course the three main things: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. HTML. What do you think? What do you guys think that is? That is the skeleton. So if you're a person, your skeleton is your structure. It is your HTML. Okay. So let's remember that. Okay. Your CSS, it is your presentation. Who here likes to dress up? When I say dress up, just look good. Okay? Who here? Let me know in the chat. And it's okay, because I like to. Yeah, I like to do it too. Hell yeah. I like to. I got some nice shoes. I got a nice jacket, Got some nice pants, There we go. I like doing that. I don't care. Some people say it's my ego. No, it's not. I just like it, okay? But anyways. That's your CSS, okay? That's right. That's your appearance, okay? Then we got the JavaScript, okay? Who here likes to take action? Who here likes to move? Who here if you're in general, if you can just move your hands, you're good. Or anything, anybody, right? Who here, right? I'm me. I like to dance, right? Anybody here likes to dance? Or anybody here likes to move around? Yeah?
Me.
Okay, don't say that, Julian. Just dance. That's right. That's the JavaScript portion of you, okay? The JavaScript, it is your mind. It is what makes you move the way you move, right? Your mind tells you, what, step next, step this,
Got the move
and so
like
forth.
Jagger. Sorry, that song came in my head.
That's right.
By the way, guys, if Naz and I, if we're having our coding sessions, it often goes this way. We play music and we're coding and dancing at the same time.
That's right.
So,
That's how it always
yeah.
goes. So,
How it goes.
with HTML, what we'd like to talk about is, of course, learn the basics. Don't focus too much on the HTML. It's amazing thing I want you to understand is this is not your main focus. Your main focus is going to be JavaScript, which we'll talk about here in a second. But with HTML, make a page, make it work. Don't overcomplicate it. It's simple, guys. Honestly, you learn how to use a div, H1, a p tag, and that's fucking it. Okay? And then you learn some CSS. Literally, please do not overcomplicate it. If you are right now spending fucking months on learning HTML, CSS, you're in the wrong position. Period. All right? Okay, so here's some basic things. Literally, if I taught you this, that's all you gotta learn. Okay, HTML header, your body is basically, this is what you actually see. It has things like H1 tags. So H1 tags are headers. Okay, so it's my first web page, that's going to be a header, and P, this is your paragraph tag, and everything. And then there's something called a div, which you don't see on here, but it's like it kind of looks like this. So let me show you. Div right here, and divs are building blocks that make everything inside your HTML work, pretty much. Okay. Then we got CSS again. Don't focus too much on that one as well. Learn how to use different layouts. So for example, like Flexbox. In this case, we're going to learn how to use Tailwind CSS. That's using Flexbox as well. So we'll learn how to do that in this session. Not this session, but in the next few days. Okay.
Yeah.
So
guys, it is prerequisite that you have some basic knowledge of CSS. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to follow along for the next few days. So if you have some knowledge on CSS, you're good to go.
Honestly,
okay?
Even if you don't, it's okay. Okay?
Really?
Because, it's okay completely. Because for you guys, if you don't know CSS, that is all right. Basically, you will be seeing the way we are doing this, and then this will be sprinkling basically knowledge into you. So it's kind of like I'm putting a seed into your brain.
Being exposed to it.
That's right.
Okay.
You're being exposed to it. That's the
sure.
whole point of this. You're being exposed to new technologies, Tailwind CSS, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So do I need to know JavaScript? No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. You will be learning a lot of this kind of stuff on here, and this will be a seed that will spread out and turn into a beautiful butterfly. No, not a butterfly. Butterflies don't go from seeds. That will turn into a beautiful flower or a tree. Okay, that's what seeds are for. Okay, one of my amazing teachers, Victoria, she was a teacher of mine, a dance teacher. She always told me, you know what, Naz? I'm just planting seeds in you, and then you become a good dancer. That's it. And so that's what I like to do to my students as well. So again, this is some CSS examples I want to show to you guys. So again, if you do not know Nate, if you do not know HTML as well, doesn't matter. This is for complete beginners. You will be all good, guys. Okay, it is for complete beginners. You'll be all good. Don't worry about it, guys. Okay, this is some examples of CSS. For example, here you can see this is an A tag, and we're targeting an A tag. An A tag is basically a link. And we're saying, hey, display block. We're going to give it a padding, which is basically some spacing. We're going to give it a text decoration. I'm going to give it a color as well. And on the hover of this A tag, it's going to be a cursor pointer with a new color of red. And now, this might not make sense. That's okay. You will learn this on the fly. And of course, now we get to JavaScript. This is where it's actually really hard, or it gets harder. HTML, CSS is not as bad as what this is, okay? So this is where you'll be learning data types. So for example, data types, like, what are some data types, Jessy?
Well, we talked about this before, right? The data structure. So this would be the linked list.
Well, I actually want to talk about data types. So numbers, for example.
Oh, sorry. Numbers, arrays, booleans, strings, variables, of course. Wow, that light green yellow is really hard to read, Naz.
I know, it's okay. I can't change it.
Objects, and that's about it, I think.
Yeah. These are the main data that you need to learn. And a lot of stuff you can actually learn. Go to Codecademy, go to Free Code Camp. A lot of stuff you will see actually on there, okay? So feel free to use those libraries or those learning resources. Of course, learn functions, ES6, function is a little piece of code that you can utilize to kind of repeat that same piece of code. So for example, let's say that you have a function for, maybe grabbing some data. You can reuse that function multiple times, right? DOM manipulation. DOM manipulation is what? Who knows what DOM manipulation is? Let me know in the chat. Who knows what DOM manipulation is? Anybody? Put in the chat. Okay, but tell me, what is it? Don't just tell you I do. Just tell me, what is it though?
Tell us, Michael Curry.
That's right. Manipulate the nodes of it. That's right. So of course HTML has nodes, right? So and the document has nodes, right? And so DOM manipulation is about manipulating those nodes so they look different. Okay. So for example, maybe I click on something and I want something else to appear on the page, right? Maybe I want to appear a dialogue. That's called DOM manipulation. I'm adding a new piece of HTML into the DOM. Okay. Scope. Who knows what scope is? Anybody? Anybody here knows what scope is? It's a more of an advanced topic.
Local scope or global scope.
That's right. So a scope is kind of like this. Kind of like, imagine you have a piece of paper, right? Right? And your scope is like, I'm telling you, hey, your scope is this piece of paper. And you can only look at that piece of paper. Or maybe I can say, hey, your scope is on this little section on a piece of paper. And so you can only see that section. So when we talk about scope, we talk about where can I actually see all the little variables or all the little data that I have in my application. That's scope. And again, we'll talk more about that later on. Then there's this. This is the hard stuff, guys, okay? This is the hard stuff. Data structures / algorithms. And so what those are what? What are they, Jessy?
We just talked about this, but stacks and queues, of course. Okay. Binary search trees, linked lists, double linked lists, because you have two kinds of linked lists, okay, singly and double, and tries, hash tables.
I want to say
that's about it.
Yeah, I want to say as well, like for example, graphs as well, and so forth.
Yeah,
okay?
graphs. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are your data structures, and then of course you get your fetch API. This is actually get stuff from an API. Yeah, that's right. So it's a hash. You'll see a hash table is it's just a very complicated way of mapping data. You'll see.
A hash table actually consists of two types of data structures.
That's right.
I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. So this is an example of some JavaScript. This is this is pretty complicated. But what's gonna happen here? This is an array. You guys can see this. What do you guys think this is? What is this? So if this is an array, what do you think this is? Anybody can guess what this is? What is this?
Oh.
That's right, Christopher. This is an object. It's an object. Okay, well, who knows what this is? What about this? What is that? It's a key. That's right. This is a key.
Exactly.
And then what is this right here?
Value.
Value, right?
Value
so an object has multiple keys and multiple values. And I can actually reference them. Okay? Who knows, for example, what what is this right here?
Filter function.
That's right. It's a filter function that's actually already accessible for us. That's right. It's a filter function, right? And we can actually use it in our piece of code as well. We don't have to create it. It's already there for us by JavaScript. That's right. So that's right. That's what we talk about. Now let's talk about some frameworks. So of course, knowing JavaScript is your foundation. It is your fundamentals, okay? But you cannot just stop there, unfortunately, right?
So Naz, it seems like you're not sharing your screen on YouTube anymore.
All right. Oh, dang. Thank you, Jessy. Right there. My bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right there. That's JavaScript.
Alrighty.
Right there. Dang. Okay. I sometimes forget that. Dang it. I don't know why. But sometimes I just forget that. So yeah, there you go. Thank you guys, by the way. So frameworks, of course, right? These are the most important things. JavaScript can only take you so far. At that point, once you've learned JavaScript, once you learn the basics, then you have to actually learn the frameworks, okay? And what are those? Well, you guys know that. We have frameworks like Angular. So I actually started out with Angular. My first framework was AngularJS, okay? And imagine a framework is kind of like the, let me see. It's kind of like the engine. Imagine if a car, right? It's kind of like a car. No, imagine like this. Imagine a framework. It's like, you know how you have a house? You know a house, right? A house is a house. And then you have rooms. Imagine the framework is like the rooms. You can create the rooms and make it fancy. That's what the framework allows you to do. It makes it very easy for you, okay? So that's what that is. That's Angular. We have Vue.js, which is another JavaScript framework. And then, of course, we got React.js right here. Hey, that's React.js for you right there, okay? Beautiful. And here's some companies who are using these technologies. We've got, for example, AngularJS. Ooh, right here. Ooh, wait, right here. Used by companies like The Guardian, Upwork, PayPal, Sony. That's Angular. React.js is...
Oh, yeah, PayPal and Angular. Okay.
Yeah, Airbnb, Instagram, Eats, Dropbox. Also, for example, Facebook. The new Facebook is built with React.js, of course, because they made React.js.
They made React, yeah.
Also, Netflix. Yeah, Netflix is a big one. That's right. Vue.js, Alibaba, Grammarly, Dashboard, GitLab, and so forth. All right. A lot of companies. So what should I choose? There's a lot of options. You can choose. You can honestly choose either. You want to use Vue.js? Go ahead. There's gonna be companies who are looking for that. You want to use, Angular? Go ahead. There are companies looking for that. Doesn't matter, honestly. For example, for me, I got a job at a company without really knowing React.js. I became a React.js developer without knowing React.js. Seriously. I went to a company. They're like, Naz, but you don't know React.js. You're right. I don't know, but I'm a good problem solver. So you can either like me or you don't. They send me, they literally send me all these interview questions, and they send me a test to do around React.js. I completely flopped it, completely failed. They're like, yeah, you probably should learn some more React. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I can probably learn React on the job. I can learn that on the job. Like, oh, okay. And then they hired me, and then I was making 10K a month, right? So there you go. And then I learned React.js with them. That's it. The most important thing you need to learn is just pick one. So the one that we usually go with is we just do React because it's one of the simpler ones to kind of learn. There's not a lot of headache too much, and it's becoming very popular. That's why. So companies, we already talked about this. Companies using JavaScript. We know this already. So resources to learn. Well, there's a lot of resources you can learn. Well, there's a learn web fundamentals by building projects resources. There's also, for example, free code camp. There's front-end mentor. Okay. And by the way, with this one, when you get on the graduation call, and if you actually want to have this, like learn web development by building projects, just mention this to the person that you have the graduation call with, and then we'll be able to give you, it's like a small little course that we have for our students sometimes who want to build some cool projects. So just note it down for yourself. If you want this course, once you get on a call with that person for the graduation call, ask them for that and they'll give it to you, okay? Free code camp, front-end mentor, YouTube, of course. If you go to us on YouTube, there's some great resources to learn there. We have a full-on HTML course, 1-hour course. Literally, guys, if you take this and you take this, you know CSS. Done. So here's what I recommend to you, every single person, okay? Can I give you guys a recommendation to everybody? This will be really helpful to you. Can I tell you guys this one? I want all of you right now, really easy. I want you to go through this course and through this course before tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like type in Clever Programmer HTML, type it into search box, or go to Clever Programmer, and then search up HTML crash course or CSS crash course. And I want you to learn it by tomorrow. Every single person here right now, every single person, this is your goal for tomorrow. Literally, not even kidding you. This is going to make...
They're like, well, homework? What the...
Yeah.
Yes.
This is going to make your life so much easier, and it's going to teach you so much. It's only 4 hours, guys. It's not that bad. You sit down for 1 hour, you crank this out. You sit down for another hour, you crank this out. And then maybe you do another hour. So you got time, okay? Tomorrow morning, today evening, you got time. Can you promise me that? Who can promise me? I'm actually curious who is very dedicated. Who can promise? I see you, Marion. I see you. Who could promise me that you can do this? Yes, Topher can promise me.
Oh, boom. Promise. Yes,
Lauren
yes. Yep.
can
Done,
promise
done,
me.
done.
Kevin can promise me. Who else? Nobody else can promise me? Nobody else? Put in the chat. Nice. Tamiz, I see you. Nice. Let me put in the chat. Nice. Oh, wow. Okay, and I'm looking in the chat now. Brian, Landuk, Luffy. Beautiful. I'll do it. Gideon. Yes. Bobby. Julian. Thori. Yes, I promise. Yeah, that's beautiful. And of course, we have an 8-hour JavaScript crash course too. You don't have to do this one by tomorrow, because of course there's a lot. But I recommend you guys go through this one and through this one, and the JavaScript you guys will learn throughout. So, but I want you guys to go through these ones. These are going to be really powerful for you, okay? So these ones, all right? That's it. So here are some resources as well to use. Of course, we got Discord, we got Slack, there's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. There's a lot of places you can use also for learning. We also have a community. Do we have a community? Is Amanat, by the way, is Amanat here by any chance, Jesse?
No, he's not.
Does he have the link to the community or no?
No. He wanted to share that another day, he said.
Okay, so we have an actual community. So we are actually building an amazing community on Discord of just clever programmers. It's a community, and we want to build out to have 100,000 people, 200,000 people, literally. We want to build this to become the biggest development community in the world. And we're going to do this. I'm not kidding you. This is going to happen. We will have a Discord channel. We have a Discord channel by now. It's currently closed. It's private right now. But if you want to be part of an amazing community where there will be thousands of people, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat right now. If you're on YouTube, let me know on YouTube. If you're on Zoom, let me know on Zoom. Literally, there'll be thousands of people on there. That's our goal, is to make this community big and humongous. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, beautiful. Yes. All right, and of course, we got the JavaScript Tour that's happened in 2021. By the way, just really curious, did anybody here buy tickets for the JavaScript Tour just on this session? Anybody here, or are you guys still thinking about it? Anybody here buy JavaScript tickets for the session? Oh, you did? Fernando, you did? No, you did? Nice. Lamont did? Yeah? Okay, cool. So a few people did. Awesome, sweet. And if I see in the chat, I'm really curious, because if you did, I want to go ahead. I bought it a few weeks ago, somebody said. I bought one on the early bird. Nice. I did. Nina did. Oh, nice. Nina. Beautiful. Frank did. Fernando did. Nice. Sweet. I got my ticket a week ago, Topher said. Beautiful. We're excited to see you guys.
Gerardo is coming with his brother. That's cool.
Yes. Nice. We're excited to see you guys. It'll be a lot of fun. So, of course, at this point, probably, I'm not sure how many tickets we have left. Maybe like 10 or 5. I don't really know. Yeah, there you go. So, time for some homework, guys. Okay, at this point, we've done a lot today. We've learned a lot today. Homework 1, download VS Code. Everybody right now, you can go to literally code the Visual Studio Code. You can literally go to google.com. Let me do it with you right now. Okay, go to google.com like this. Type in VS Code like this. And then right here, click on that right here, download it. That's it. If you have Windows, if you already got it, beautiful. Okay. Next up is going to be, of course, build your own portfolio website. So we have this portfolio website. Do we have the portfolio website, the GitHub for it? Let me see. Portfolio demo right there. So I have a link for the portfolio website, guys. Yeah, right there. Okay, this is the link right there. So Bootcamp Developer Portfolio. Let me send you the link right now. And so you guys can go ahead and download that. Okay, I'll send it to you guys right now. If you don't have this portfolio website, then download it. So I sent you the link. It's very important, guys. Make sure you do this, okay? Make sure you do this one. Download it. Okay. And it looks kind of like this. And then what I want you to do is very simple. Here's the steps I want you to take, okay? Download the portfolio. Okay, are you guys writing this down? Or even take a screenshot if you have to. or take a screenshot or take a picture for yourself, all right? So download the portfolio. We have a video for you here, basically on how to actually upload it and how to actually use it. It's right there. So I'm going to send you that link as well. Command C. Nice. Okay, I sent you 2 links, guys, okay? All right, download the portfolio. Then what I want you guys to do is to watch how to use the portfolio video, okay? The portfolio is basically just an HTML page. It's an HTML page, actually it's with React.js. So it's a really good portfolio. This is where you will put your projects on there. The first download was VS Code, guys, by the way. Run the portfolio locally on your computer. What I want you to do is the following, and write this down or take a screenshot. Very important. If you miss this, you're missing an opportunity. Update your portfolio photo. Update your experience section. There'll be a few sections you will have on there. Screenshot your portfolio and upload it as a comment in the homework post on Facebook. So there will be a homework post on Facebook, okay? There will be a homework post on Facebook. That's right, all right? And what you need to do is you need to go ahead and make it a comment and just screenshot and put a comment as a screenshot of your whole homework. And submit your homework on Airtable for us to give you a review on your homework. So we will create a Facebook post. So listen up really carefully. We will create a Facebook post. Everybody here is on Facebook. We will create a Facebook post, and also we will send out an email if you are a part of the challenge. Okay? We will tell you, here's all the links, and we'll tell you, here's where you put the comment, here's where you upload the comment of a screenshot. Okay? And then the Airtable, Airtable is basically like a form. It's a form where you will submit your homework, your screenshot, and that way we can give you feedback on your homework. Does that make sense? Any questions? Okay? Any questions, guys? Any questions? Does that make sense? Any preguntas? Yes? All good? If you have any questions, please let me know. All good? All good. Okay, fine. Okay, awesome. So take a screenshot. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to take a screenshot of this right now. Literally like 10. I'll give you 5 seconds, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody done? Everybody done. That's right. Take a screenshot or take a picture. Nice job. That's right. That's right. Good. And of course, the JavaScript Tour, we talked about this. The links to the JavaScript Tour will be there though. So that's it, guys. That is it for today. Did you guys enjoy? You guys had fun? You guys learned some new things? Maybe you've done this already. You've known some new few things. But yeah, you know it. So guys, Q&A time. If you have any questions, we would love to get you any answers you might have for you. So if you have any questions as well on YouTube, if you have questions, please let us know as well. Okay. Let me see. See if I have any questions on YouTube. Let me see. Preguntas. YouTube as well. Okay. Somebody said done. Freeze on. Yeah. If you have questions on YouTube, please go ahead and let us know. Okay. Any questions? Again, Airtable. I said this, guys. We will send you the link to Airtable after this call. Okay. Okay. So please. All right. If you have any questions, please go ahead and raise your hand. Or raise your hand on the Zoom, and we will be able to unmute you, all right? Let me see. Raise your hand. Anybody? Let me see. Anybody have any questions? Frank, Kevin, did you have a question or no? By the way, you also must have your Zoom video on. We'll take any questions whatsoever. It doesn't matter if it's about coding, if it's Samir. Samir, I see you, my friend. Okay, let's add you, Samir. Hold on. Let me find you, Samir. It's just getting harder now. Okay. And I'm going to put all you guys on YouTube as well so we can all see it. Right there. Okay. Bye, Adrienne. Okay, good. So if you have questions, let me see. Deborah, you had a question? Or no? Where was Samir? Samir, you were first. I'm trying to find you. Hold on. Oh, there's two of you. Hold on. Which one do I pick? Okay, this one. Let me see. Where are you? Samir, talk. I think you're on mute. Asked you on mute. Here. Go ahead, Samir.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, my friend?
Hey, how are you guys? Hi,
Doing good,
Naz.
doing
Long
good.
time.
Doing good.
Jessy, hi.
Hello,
Long time. It's
hello.
been long time.
That's right,
Hi,
that's right.
Samir.
It's been ages. Yeah. First of all, thanks a lot for this amazing content you guys are putting out there.
Mm-hmm.
I myself have been, learning a lot from you guys. By the way, guys, if you don't know, Naz is my Python developer as well. So, yeah,
Nice.
he's been a great support to me, and I'm very much thankful that I came across CP, the whole CP team. Yeah, so
You
thank
got
you
it.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Samir. And I love having you as a student. Oh, there we go. I see it now. Hold on. Can I spotlight you? Oh, I can. There we go. Ah, beautiful. And I can spotlight myself and I can spotlight
Hello.
Jesse. Nice.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So,
Oh no, well now you muted yourself. Samir, you muted yourself. Samir. Unmute yourself. Wait, here, I got you. Here. Go. On your phone, on your phone, on your phone. There we go. No, do it again. Do it again. One more time. Unmute yourself. There we go.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, beautiful.
Perfect, perfect. So, my question is that, okay, you said that certifications are not important.
Like
Okay,
what?
certificates are not important.
Like what?
Like during the interview when you go for a job,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
So during the interview, if the interviewer is asking, okay, if you have some certification, then show me, or show me your certification, your course, your degree, or something. And if you don't have that, how can we tackle those kind of situation during an interview?
Yeah. So you say like kind of like this, okay? If you don't have certification, you say, "Hey, I don't have certifications, but I went to these places, and instead of certifications, I actually have projects that prove on what I've did." That's it.
Okay.
Like for example,
Okay.
if you don't get a certification from, for example, from us, right? Let's just say you are in this challenge and there's no certification that will be given to you. You say, okay, well, I don't have certifications, but here are the projects that we did that I learned, and then here are the technologies that I learned there, right? And then you actually talk about what did you learn. That's it. So you talk about, hey, you know what? I learned this, I learned that, I learned maybe how to create an API, I learned how to create, API routes. Then I created a front end application that will actually use the API routes, and work together to create a whole web application system. That's it.
Okay, so because I have seen when I have seen the job interview description, they have like some of the companies have over here have like certification is a must or a degree is a must, like
Still
a
apply.
non-negotiable. So
Still apply. A lot of those descriptions on in terms of given about developers or descriptions on job postings are a bunch of bullshit.
okay,
And it's not their fault, and it's not their fault because sometimes, for example, a lot of times big companies they will have, for example, it's HR. So HR will actually have they're given all these little things they oh, this guy needs to have this and this. Like there's job postings where it says like 10 years of experience, 10 years of coding experience. I'm like, really, that doesn't fucking matter, like it doesn't matter. As long as the team likes you and as long as you pass the interview and you know what you're talking about, the team will overlook everything else that you have.
By the way, guys, I've never even applied for a job, like a position that was available. I just looked for companies that I liked, and even though they didn't have a junior position at the time or an internship, I would still send them an email letter.
That's right. That's it. That's it.
it's more of a connection what you make and the presentation what you give in during the interview.
That's right.
That's much it about,
That's
right?
right. It's right. It's more so how you showcase yourself and how you make the other person feel about you.
Okay.
Okay, so don't ever, when they talk about certifications, don't ever let them bog you down or don't ever let them think that, oh, because I don't have a certification, I'm not good enough, or that it's a must. No, be confident with it. Yeah, you know what? No, I did not get a certification because I think it's unnecessary, or I think it's not needed. For me, what most I got from it is knowledge, and I built these amazing projects with what I learned. That's it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Thank you.
And
Thank you so much once again.
you say it proudly. So Samir, actually say it with me right now.
Yeah.
So if I was the interviewer and I interviewed right
Okay.
now, I say, hey Samir, but what kind of certifications have you had? Like, I feel like certifications are really important. Samir, what would be your response?
I would say that I don't have a certification, but what I have is the projects which I've worked on myself, and I've been building with using my own knowledge and the skills I know about the language. I can show you how does it work and the whole project by itself. So
Okay. All right. Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. I think you could put even more confidence into that to speak very
Okay.
clearly. So I think let's try one more time. Okay. I want you to speak a little bit more about, okay, what did you learn? So I want you to actually go deeper into what you actually learned.
Okay, so I don't have a certificate with me, but rather I have projects which I have built just using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and in those I have in terms of HTML, it's just basic HTML. But when it comes to CSS, I've used Flexbox. I have used Grid for positioning of the content in my website, and when it comes to JavaScript, I've used APIs to which interacts the backend and the front end of the website.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That's good. That's good. Really good stuff. That's good. The only thing I would say for you to work on is maybe say it maybe more louder, and maybe say it without more of like a hunch, to making sure
Okay.
that you're more of a, you've got more of a stance on it, right? So as long as you're like not breaking your voice, because that says a lot as well. So in an interview, they're reading you a lot. In an interview, they're going to read you a lot. So for example, for those of you guys who signed up for Hacker Noon, Hacker Noon, we actually did an interview with Hacker Noon. We talked about how does he hire. He hires a lot based on just how you speak and how you talk, like how you're compassionate. That's right. Like they hire a lot about, are you truthful, right? If you're simply just truthful, if you're not making up bullshit, if you're a truthful person, that's the person they want to hire. They hire a lot more on soft skills right now. He said it himself. Go watch the video, guys. It's on a YouTube channel. It's with the Hacker Noon CEO. Go watch it. You'll see it. It's there. And so that's why I say soft skills are so important in this industry. Okay?
Makes
So you're
sense.
doing
Makes
good.
sense.
Just be more confident, stay present, and that's it. Samir, okay?
Thank you so much, Naz, once again.
You got it, my friend. You got it. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
All right, next one. And if you guys have any questions, let me go ahead and move you from Spotlight. All right, any other questions here? Let me see if I have anyone else. Tamiz, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to
Hi,
take
Tamiz.
the
Hello.
freelance. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
You gotta speak up a little bit more, I think.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to take the freelance route,
Okay.
but I'm still like learning the foundations.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a decent grasp on some things. What exactly would I need before I put myself out there? Because I don't want to start putting myself out there and then I'm not able to do what's required, and then next thing you know, I develop a bad reputation.
Right. Yeah. So good question. Good question. I think maybe Jesse, you want to take over for that?
So, first of all, a freelancer, like I talked about before, it's not only having technical skills, okay? Because you also need to get clients, get paid. So you got to do acquisition. You got to do the contracts. You got to do the invoicing. So there's you got to learn how to run a business next to doing technical skills when you become a freelancer. Okay, so that's something you have to be aware of when starting out as a freelancer, first of all. Second is, you're saying you don't want to get the bad reputation. The thing is, though, we can't really control the future in the sense of, sometimes you just got to try it out and do your utter best, right? And then hope you'll just work hard enough on it and make it succeed, make it work. Okay, so there's no such thing as a bad reputation if you just keep in contact with your client and keep communicating. And also, what's very important, a very good freelancer or a very good developer is somebody who communicates very well. So that means meeting your client's expectations at all times. So if you feel like you can finish this project within the next 2 months, great. Don't tell the client that. Tell the client they're getting the project in 3 months. Then maybe ask for support next to it so you can also make it within those 3 months and you're delivering it. Then, maybe you're becoming so good, you're able to deliver it in 2.5 months. Guess what? You're over delivering and your client is happy, but you didn't, you didn't cut yourself short because you were honest to yourself and you were meeting the expectations of the client. So there's no way that a bad reputation can come from that, as long as you're loyal, integer, and are committed. Okay? First of all, that. Second of all, I would, as a freelancer, you do need the technical skills. Now, as a freelancer, you can either work solo or you can start creating your own team. The thing is, though, if you start freelancing, but this is just my personal opinion, if you start freelancing but you've never worked in a professional environment as a software developer, it's going to be really hard because you don't know really how a software developer team works at that moment.
You don't know the process. You don't know the process just yet, right?
Yeah.
Your internet is breaking up, Naz.
Oh, really? Oh, I think I'm good.
So I would say before going into freelancing, you should start for 1 year, have a job as a software developer just to get the experience, just to know how it is to work in a software development environment, in a corporate environment, how they work with GitHub, how they plan their projects, how much time it takes to finish a project, what they do with testing. Because that way, you learn all of that without having to risk it all for yourself, which you do as a freelancer. You carry the risk when you're a freelancer.
That's right.
Okay, so that would be my advice. That freelancing, just start out straight off the bat. It's not easy. I wouldn't also not recommend that because you don't want to be focused on running the business. You want to be focused on learning the technical skills. Okay, and if you become a software developer, you work there for 2 years, great. You got experience on the technical level. Now you can see how they run their business and you can copy that if they're really a good startup or something, And also build network. Because if you become a freelancer now off the bat, it's going to be hard for you to also put time into networking.
That's right.
As you come to our community and all that. Of course, there are things like that, but you have to invest time in that next to that.
That's
okay.
Right.
Does that answer your question, Tamis?
Yes, it does. But from your answer, it brings me to another question.
Go ahead.
Where you said about starting out with a company for about a year or so. Okay, what is the skill set that I expect to have, like that I need to go in there just beginning? Like, do I need to have all the data structures and APIs and all like that, and just have all this knowledge, or like what do I actually need to before I start, applying?
So good point.
Excellent question, Naz.
So for this one is nothing crazy. Learn JavaScript, learn HTML or CSS. The way you learn those is you build more projects, and you keep doing things on your own. So for example, maybe you build a few projects through YouTube. Now maybe you build a few projects of yourself that you want to do. Okay? So you do that. Besides that, the one hunker down, because once you build projects, okay, great. I've built some projects. I know JavaScript, I know HTML, I know CSS. Okay, great. I know that. Once you learn that, maybe now you go a step forward and then you learn a little bit of React.js. So just you know a simple framework that you can bring to attention when you go into an interview. That makes you much better suitable for a job. Okay, if you know a framework like React.js or Vue.js or Angular, and so I always recommend React.js just as a starter. But you can pick anyone. As you're doing that, the one thing you're gonna see yourself stuck with is actually the interview process. Getting the interview is not going to be as hard as actually passing the interview. Okay? Once you've got a good portfolio, you have some good knowledge around JavaScript, HTML, CSS, React.js, maybe Node.js. You've got some good knowledge around that, and you went in the interview. The hard thing is now passing the interview. But the thing is, when you pass the interview, you will need to learn those foundations. And the foundations are the following. It is the algorithms. It is the data structures. It's all of those. So right now, what I want you to focus on is learn those fundamentals. So like Free Code Camp, maybe, maybe Udacity, maybe you go to Codecademy. You learn those fundamentals of JavaScript, of HTML, CSS. And then maybe you start building projects. But you build 1 or 2 projects from tutorials. And that's okay. But then you have to do things by yourself. So I recommend for people to do the following. Build a project from a tutorial and then add your own something to it. Okay? That's what will actually teach you how to do it. Okay? Because without that, all you're doing is just copying and you're watching somebody else do it. And that's not necessary. That's not useful at all. What is useful, however, is when you're using your brain. Right? And the ideas are coming from you. And the problem solving is coming from you. That is what's useful. So right now, I just want you to focus on the knowledge and building up the portfolio. That's it.
All right, thanks for that.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Tamiz. I hope you have a good day. Did you schedule your graduation call, by the way?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
On the 2nd at 9 with Jessy.
Nice. All right. Beautiful.
Yay!
Beautiful. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. In that case, have yourself a good day. Who's next? Anybody else? Oh, Jeffrey. I remember you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Franklin. I remember you from the last one, too. Okay. Who else got a question? Let me see. Remote spotlight here. Let me see. Please raise your hand so I can see you. Or just say me in the chat so I can see. Otherwise, it's really hard for me to actually see, guys. Okay? If we don't need questions, we're going to stop here in a second. Let me see here. No, me. Daniel Amian. Let me see if I can see you here. Amian. Okay. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you doing, my friend?
What's
I'm
up, Daniel?
good. So, for somebody that's a full stack engineer just coming out of a boot camp,
Oh, dang. Okay. What boot camp? Where'd you go?
Kenzie Academy.
I have a few people who went there. Okay.
Yeah. My question is, for someone that's coming out of boot camp and someone that's, as we know, boot camps, they cram everything in at a certain amount of time.
That's right.
And it's hard for some people to really grasp the knowledge that's being given to them. So for me, what my question is anyone here at Clever Programmer able to be a mentor to someone like me coming out of a boot camp? So I guess my question is, any one of you two able to be a mentor for someone like me?
So we don't have a mentorship program per se,
Right.
but we do have a mentorship through other ways. So let me ask you that, okay? Why are you looking for a mentor right now? Why aren't you ready to apply for jobs right now? You just came from bootcamp. How many months did you do it?
1 full year.
1 full year, okay. All right. Why do you feel like at this point you don't need a mentor?
I think I honestly feel that I need a little more help to keep myself focused
Okay.
on. I think I'm looking more focused on the front end.
Okay. So okay, great. So I'm just trying to understand why. So tell me why in that case. What are some things that you feel like you're not comfortable with?
I think I'm more uncomfortable with the first half of the boot camp was front end. And
Okay.
then the second half was all back end, like Python, Django, and
Nice.
REST framework.
And
stuff
so
like that.
front end, which used what technologies? Tell me.
HTML, CSS, React, Express, Node.js, MongoDB.
Okay. So what do you not know about React.js that's hard for you to understand? Give me some
It's
examples.
not what I don't know. I think it's just more that I would have to focus more on. I mean, I have the projects and everything like that. I think I just need to focus more on the skills that I've learned and actually apply them myself, and be able to, the way I learn is if you don't use it, you lose it.
That's true, 100%.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, okay?
Okay.
Do you know any algorithms, data structures? Do you know, for example, stacks, queues? Did you get the chance to learn those at your Kenzie Academy?
Yes.
Okay. So if I asked you a question, very simple right now. I asked you, hey, Daniel, create for me a function that will merge two arrays together. Can you do it for me on the spot right now?
No.
Why?
It's
Why?
been that long, because the way the schooling had worked, they focused us. As soon as you move away, they didn't give us enough time to allow. I wasn't able to go back and just continue to work on it on my own, because I was just more focused on what was right there in front of me.
Gotcha. So then in that case, did you actually learn those data structures?
Yes.
Well, yeah, right. But you can't answer that question.
Right. Not without going back and have to think about it. I couldn't answer that right now.
Right. See, but what I asked you is a very simple interview question.
Right.
Right. So I'm asking this question because I'm trying to understand where the root is. Right. To understand what the root problem is. And I still think the root problem is at those foundations and fundamentals. And I do think that it's about also using the knowledge that you've learned, which is React.js, and actually applying more of that towards the real world. Right? But It's not just that. It's also about learning those fundamental skills. Because you've got the portfolio. Okay, you went for 1 year, right? Towards Kenzie Academy or whatever it's called. And you've got the portfolio. It's there. I'm guessing you've built projects there, correct?
Correct, yes.
You just start applying for jobs. The best way to use what you learned there is to just apply for jobs.
Okay.
But the issue becomes here is not applying for jobs. It's actually getting the job. To get the job, right? Because once you're in it and they see your portfolio and you've known some stuff, okay, great. Then you actually start to use what you've learned. And that's where you get to learn even more. You see what I mean? So the most important thing is not just about using more of what you know. It's actually more about using what you currently know, using that to apply to a position, and then you just see yourself growing from there.
Right.
But the issue is getting that job. So what you need to now learn is actually you need to start applying for jobs, like literally right now.
I've been applying for jobs,
Okay.
I've been applying mainly front-end jobs.
Okay, and have you gotten any interviews?
No interviews yet.
No interviews. Why is that? Why do you think that's the case?
Maybe I need to work on a resume.
Okay, that's part one.
Work on bettering my resume, maybe, But I am also working with, I guess Kenzie Academy has a career team that helps you with building up the right resumes and getting a portfolio together.
That's
But
right.
I've learned my portfolio through you guys. I didn't use, what Kenzie Academy wanted me as a portfolio. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
it just clever programmer portfolio. It just looks better
Okay.
visually and functionally. It looks better.
Okay, great. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that you actually use that. But right, well now what I see is okay. Now when you're applying for jobs, what might be stopping you is part one is your resume and part two your portfolio and your LinkedIn. So you need to work on those three things. So you need to go back to Kenzie and to talk to them and be like, hey, you know what? I need to improve my LinkedIn, your resume, because like it or not, no matter what you know, if your resume sucks and your LinkedIn sucks, it doesn't matter. Then in that case, whatever you know does not matter at all.
Right.
You see what I mean? So
Yes.
what needs to happen here is you need to go back to them, talk to them and say, hey, you know, can somebody help me with my portfolio or my just simple resume? Because resume says a lot. And it is the reason why either you get submitted into the pile of yes, interview them, or no, I do not want to interview them. Because that's the only way they know you. They only know you through a resume. How else do they know you?
Right.
They don't know you. They can't see you. They don't know who you are, where you're from, what you know. Hell no. They only know you through your resume. And if it's nicely built the way it's supposed to be, then yes, you have an opportunity there. So that's the first thing you need to fix. Okay?
Okay.
Second thing you need to fix is, okay, apply for more jobs. So how many jobs have you applied to?
About 50 jobs so far.
You need to apply to more.
Right.
So that's part one, is applying to more jobs. There should be a minimum of 100 to 200 jobs applied in general. Okay?
Okay.
Maybe even 300 jobs. That's possible too.
Right.
Okay? So that's another portion of it. Then when you're applying for jobs, and this should be literally be your job, should be to apply for jobs right now.
Yes.
That should literally just be your job. And while you're doing that, you need to be freshening up on your algorithms and data structures. You need to go to YouTube and you need to learn algorithms and data structures. Go to YouTube, type in algorithms, data structures. Just type it in. And learn those. Stacks, queues. You need to buy a book called Cracking the Coding Interview.
Okay.
Okay? It's called Cracking the Coding Interview. Write that down. Very important. Cracking the Coding Interview. That's right. You need to go to websites like LeetCode, like HackerRank, and you need to practice those algorithms and data structures. Because like it or not, you will be asked those questions. What I asked you, I asked you a question, Daniel, right? I asked you, can you merge two arrays for me together? That is the simplest question that you will be asked. Another question, for example, I was asked this question. Create for me a function that will reverse an array. Can you do that? Can you reverse an array for me? You have an array, reverse it using a function. Can you do that?
Not right now, no.
Right? So you need to learn those type of things. I'm asking you because I want to get to the root. Again, I'm just getting to the root of the thing, right? This is really important. It's a really important conversation we're having.
Yes.
Right? So get to the root. So you need to learn those algorithms, those data structures, and that is actually how you will become a better developer, and how not only will you become a better developer, you will become more confident, and that is what will train you for the actual interview. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So keep using that. Keep applying for jobs. Before you apply to more jobs, make sure you run your resume and your LinkedIn by someone. Because, for example, for us, when we run our own bootcamp, we have a bootcamp called Fullstack Mastery Bootcamp. Mm-hmm. When we do it, we have a specific, literally 2-3 week process where we fix your resume and we fix your LinkedIn because it's so important. Okay? So make sure you go back to Kenzie and actually fix it with them. That's part one. And then, of course, just, focus on the algorithms and data structures so that you're prepared for the interview when that does come around.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
And if you do want more mentorship, then did you schedule your graduation call by any chance?
I scheduled it when I first signed up for the course.
No, that's an onboarding call.
That's an onboarding call.
I'm talking about the graduation call. Did you schedule
Oh,
that?
I actually wanted to do a call with you.
Okay, well, in that case,
If you were able.
schedule the graduation call and I will reach out to you. How does that sound, okay?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Where's the graduation call? Hold on.
I think I have the link.
Yeah. So make sure you schedule it. I'll put it for you. And everybody, you guys should still schedule a call. Right here. So schedule it and then I will go ahead and reach out to you personally and then we can talk. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. Daniel Amian, right?
Yes.
Just make sure you use that same name.
Will do. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Daniel Amian, and I will go ahead and touch base with you, right?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Did that help you out?
So Daniel,
Yeah, it did help. Yes. Yes, Jesse.
So don't worry too much, I would say, about this. I would say, can I call it the state you're in right now?
Right.
It's just a moment of measurement for you. It's just a realization of, hey, I'm not yet where I want to be.
Right.
That's all it is. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing, bad about it. It's just the way it is right now. So now you got to look at the future and be like, okay, so what can I do right now in order to go to the next level? Okay, that's all this conversation for you should be about. So there's no need to punish yourself or to look at the past or feel like, oh, I could have done things differently. It's just your journey. Okay, so this is just your moment of measurement, your moment of realization. I would say congratulations, for making it this far. Come join the next few days. Come code with us. Have fun with it. Okay, put your back into it. Revamp your portfolio. Put in this new Amazon 2.0 on it. Okay, and work on your resume this week. And maybe even if you work hard this week, why don't you work on your resume? You get on the graduation call with Naz and you show him your resume. Boom. There's something for you to do now this week. So get your focus straight and, challenge yourself and have fun. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
All right,
yeah?
beautiful.
Great. Awesome. Good.
Awesome.
Good attitude.
Thank you, guys.
Did that help you?
Yeah, it helped me a lot. I think I just need I need honesty and a little bit of criticism here and there that'll help me stay focused and keep my eye on the prize, basically.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Well, I'm happy that I got the chance to speak with you, and I'll speak with you at the graduation call. Okay.
All right.
So make sure you schedule that.
Have fun, Daniel.
I know
Thank you for coming.
Some of you are saying it keeps saying no time in August. I actually might know it because it actually ran out of graduation calls. But if you do still want to speak, we'll have more availabilities. We'll create more availabilities for tomorrow. Okay, how does that sound? So you guys can still schedule it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Let's all start to get to the next level. Yes, Marlon, let's go.
That's right. If you still here, here's how I'll do this right now. If I want, I will open up one more day potentially. I'll open up one more day for graduation calls. That way, let me see.
Ooh.
Let me see. So you guys can, because I know some of you guys said that there's no more available. So I will open them up right now. Let me see, because I can do that here. Graduation. Okay, there we go. I see it. Okay, August 4th. I'm going to do it between August 2nd and August 5th. Okay, apply. All right, here. All right, there should be one more day. I just saved it. So if you guys click on that link, there should be one more day available. Yep, right now. So go right now, guys, to that graduation call. Schedule right now because before it's too late. Okay. So same thing with you, Daniel. Okay, I sent you a link. Before it's too late, schedule that call right now. I opened up one more day. Here's the link. I opened up one more day. It's August 5th. you guys can schedule then. Daniel, did you got it? Give me a thumbs up. Got it? Nice. So go ahead, guys. There's a few times. Oh dang, there's a few time slots available there, guys. So there you go. All right. Okay, cool, sweet. Any other questions? Any other questions you guys got for us?
It's almost 2 p.m., Naz.
That's right. So we're gonna be ending here in a little bit, guys. Maybe one last question, Frank. Frank, we'll give you one more question. We have about 5 minutes left, guys. Let me see, Frank. Okay, I see you, my friend. Asked to unmute. Go ahead, Frank.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, Frank. Hello.
Hello.
So
I'm pursuing a CS master degree, and I'm expected to graduate this December.
Nice.
So I'm just looking for a job, but I actually had an internship last year about kind of like a front end, but unfortunately, I didn't learn too much from that because they just gave me some code, like they use the Angular, and it's a little hard for me to get started because I didn't learn kind of web development during master, graduate years. I only learned it in undergraduate with PHP, that part. So, it's outdated, right? So, and actually, the thing is, after last internship, I just don't know what to start it, and now little hard for me to land a job or something. So I just want to ask, what kind of thing I can improve from the resume? Because when I have the interview, they just ask me, does that the class project you did, or did you do something outside the classroom? But unfortunately, I don't do too much on that.
But you had an internship, right?
Last year, but it's on campus, year one.
Yeah, but it's still an internship that you did, right? And it still involved coding.
Yeah, can you say it again?
So the internship that you did that involve coding?
Yeah, involve coding. That's the front end. So, but I just feel a little bad. They just send me the code, send me the API, the Swagger, the documentation. But I just don't know what to start, and that's a little struggling. I mean,
for sure. I think what country? Are you in USA?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles now.
Oh, you're in Los Angeles. Okay.
And I plan to join the on-site bootcamp on.
Where are you? Oh, you can be like in person? You're gonna be there in person?
Yeah, on person. Yeah.
Really? All right, let's go. I mean, we'll definitely help you out there. So when you get out there, we'll look at your LinkedIn, we'll look at your resume, your profile, and we'll help you. We'll walk you through on how to improve that. Okay? So that's part one. All right. That just gave me an idea. Let me write that down. Hold on. Let me just get an idea. Let me see. Resume, LinkedIn. Okay, sorry. Just give me an idea. That's why. So, I think for you, if you feel like you're just not comfortable enough, for example, if they give you a project to do, okay, Frank, if they give you a project to do and you just simply don't know where to start, let me ask you this: where do you think you should start? Like, what do you think you should start? If they give you this, build this API with Swagger, let's just talk about that. Where do you think you should start?
What I'm doing last year, try to mapping the code, the part of code with the part on the windows, on the window on the scope. For example, which table does this code do, or what kind of like what parts that this code try to do. So I just try to make this mapping thing. So and try to learn the documentation, but Actually, I don't really know how to use Postman, like to
Yeah.
do that. So
Yeah.
that's another thing because I didn't learn it before. So that's.
But
yeah,
can you learn
yeah.
it? Can you still learn it though? Can you still learn? That documentation or no? Okay, like, do you think that if you were given that task to learn how to use Swagger, do you think you can learn it actually?
No, that's why I don't know how to start. I mean, just so many things I don't know at that time. AngularJS, the
Yeah,
Swagger,
yeah.
how does this front end, back end works? Because usually I just build my personal project, that's kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
it's very
know
different. Yeah.
everything, back end, front end, but
Yeah.
in that part, I can't get access to the back end code or
Yeah.
it's a little hard. It's a big project, so
Okay.
I can only do this part. So
Makes
just
sense.
little bit uncomfortable.
So look,
handling
I
this.
think for you, what might be the best to start out with is you need to look at this big problem and divide it into small problems. So let's say, for example, you have to create an API with Swagger, right? And so forth, right? You think about, okay, well, one, how do I create an API? That's part of one, okay? So maybe you do research on how to create an API. This is all about problem solving, guys. It's just all about problem solving, right? Everybody were at a point where they did not know how to do something, and then they learned it, right? So you're at a point where maybe you don't know those technologies, you don't know where to start. But where to start is, okay, looking at the big picture here. Okay, what are some small problems that I see? Well, what are the problems that I see? I see an API. Okay, how can I solve this? Remember those two philosophies. How can I solve it? And then the fact that I can't solve it. Your question should be, how can I solve it? So, API section. How do I solve the API section? How do I create an API? Maybe that's what you focus on, okay? Next one, Swagger. Okay, how do I use Swagger? How do I understand Swagger? You go to YouTube, you figure out, okay, how do I understand Swagger to actually use it? Because Swagger is documentation for your API, correct?
Yeah.
That's right? So you look at that, and you figure that portion out. Once you figure that portion out, okay, I kind of understand what it's asking me to do. Let's now take it step by step. So you think about, okay, I'm going to give myself one day to create my first API endpoint. Maybe at first I will create my Node.js server API or whatever that might be. So I look up, okay, let's figure out how do you create an API? You go to YouTube, you figure out how do you create an API? And you do that. And maybe it has nothing to do with Swagger or with the project that you're doing, but you put yourself in that situation to actually learn it. Small steps. So you did that small step. What's next? After you've done that, what's next then? Tell me.
I guess try to use the API documentation we have to test my code or test the code we already have. I mean,
That's right.
That's
right. You test the code. That's right. You test the code and you see, if it works or not. You started to test the API. So it's these little things that you have to try and do that get you to the actual full-on process. For me, for example, when I had my first internship, Frank, okay, I'll give you an example. I had my first internship, and before I had it, the way I got it was really interesting. I was a creative computing club, okay, and I saw this one guy, and he was building a project called Trendala. Right? And they will build this application that's really cool, and it was a web application. And I was like, oh my God, can I build this? Can I work with you guys? Can I help you guys out? They're like, yeah, sure. So to actually get into the internship, they gave me a task. They said, hey, Naz, create for us a web scraper that will scrape data from this website using Python. So what did I do? I went home, and the first question I typed into Google was, what is Python? Not kidding.
Yeah, I had the same.
What is Python?
Same.
That's right. Like literally, I had no idea how to use what is Python or how to use it. So I'll look at what is Python, and I kind of learned some things about Python. Then I asked myself a question, okay, how do I scrape data from a database? So I said, how to build a scraper in Python. And I saw a bunch of tutorials on Medium, on YouTube, on how they build scrapers on Python. So I watched them and I saw what they did, and I actually built projects with them. Once I learned those little two pieces, I'm like, okay, so time to build my own Naz scraper. I realized that I can use Beautiful Soup, and then I can use a link, and then I can simply just get the HTML, and then I use the specific HTML attributes to actually get certain aspects of the actual data. And that's it. And I built the scraper. Now, I want you to ask me, how long do you think that took me?
2 weeks.
2 days.
2 days.
I didn't sleep.
So I think what's very visible here, Naz, is that you ask the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
And when you ask the right questions, guys, you get the right answers. Simple as that. So, Frank, it's just a matter of asking the right questions. Like Naz said before, like it's not about why can't I solve it. It's about how can I solve this? What is the next step? What should I be looking at? Where can I get clarity on? What's my plan? That sort of stuff. How can I break this broad problem into small pieces? What is one small piece? And what would be the next small piece I have to solve? That sort of things. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, answer my first question. And after that, what I said is landing for the next job, next internship, maybe like in the fourth semester or something. But I just want to know how I can do on my resume of some projects which they just didn't think that it's just a class project. You did every student do that.
Then just do more projects. That's it. What do you think is the answer to that? If they are telling you it's not enough projects, then what is the answer? What is the answer to that? You know what the answer is, huh?
I mean, tell them what I learned from it, but they just think if it's a class project, they feel like
Frank. So Frank, then what is the answer to that? What is the answer to that?
What do you mean?
They're saying that they don't want class projects, or it's not enough for them.
Yeah, right.
So what is the resolution? What is the solution?
They want build by myself outside the classroom, right? So yeah, that's the thing.
That's it. There's no other solution. So what are you gonna do now?
Do my own project. So that's why I just want to join this bootcamp and try to maybe think about what I will do. So
no, don't think. Don't think. Do. Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right. Keep thinking on it. And of course, when you come to the 5-day bootcamp, the 5-day, the 3-day, August 6th or August 8th, the JavaScript Tour. I will talk to you in person, and we'll definitely chat about how you can improve. And there'll be so much that you will learn just there in the JavaScript Tour. Okay.
Cool.
Right?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to see you on site. Yeah.
Let's go. I'm excited too.
Cool.
All right. We'll see you there, Frank. Okay.
Yeah,
That's so
see you.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, guys, that is it, my friends. We unfortunately can't take any more. We'll have to go later on. But guys, are you guys all ready for tomorrow? Tomorrow, what time? 11 a.m. PC. We're going live, and we're doing our first day of the Amazon clone. So,
Yes.
that's right. So, guys, that's it from us. Did you guys enjoy it? I hope you did. But that is it. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed today and what we had for you today. But that's it. Thank you so much for your energy. Thank you so much on YouTube. We love you all. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, the CP team. We'll see you guys on the graduation call.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I'm so pumped. The next 4 days are going to be lit. Make sure you're there, okay? 11 a.m. PST every day here on this channel.
That's right. All right. Adios, guys. Have a good day. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. PST. Be there or be square. Bye-bye.
Be there, be square.